Hey guys, I'm back in my studio. I'm back. I'm back in my studio. Whose birthday is it? Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Oh wait, y'all still watching the episode? It literally just ended for me. It literally just ended. Come on in the room. Make sure when you come on in the room, you come on in the room with your likes. Hey, so what? Whose birthday is it? I'm trying to read the comments. Oh, Thado from Germany. Uh, Thado, I hope I'm saying it right. Is it 4:30 a.m. or p.m. where you're at? I just fed my baby and I'm rocking her to sleep. Oh, it must be 4:30 a.m. Well, thank you for being up. Thank you, Margie. Yes, let's go. Let's get it. Whose birthday is it? Oh, Katrina Castro. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Oh, we got a lot of Libras in the building. Hey, Tiffany. Hey, Graciela. Yeah, if you guys are still watching the show, take your time. It literally just ended for me. It ended sad. It ended really sad. Hey, Stella. Hey, April. Oh, Atlanta in the building. Hey, Ivy. It's now or never. Love your name. Hey, Whitney. Wink, week 202 Productions. Don't worry. Sometimes I'm not on time, so you did good. Yes, Tiffany, let them know. Like the video. Oh, thank you for on a mission. Becca is unbraiding her hair right now. Girl, I know that feeling. Hey, Tamika. Hey, Black Lavender. Hey, Jazzy for Life. Hey, Danielle Nicole. Toronto, Canada's in the building. Hey, Deborah. Hey, Jasmine. Oh, don't worry about it, Jasmine. Thank you for being here, guys. Make sure y'all like when y'all come on in. Hey, Leah. Hey, Sincerely, Stacy B. Oh, God, I'm so glad to be back in my studio. I was giving you guys so many backgrounds. Y'all know my struggle doing lives in the community room, acting like I'm on the Zoom when people walk in. Hey, Mary Hall, thanks for joining me. This is Mary's first live, guys. Show us some love. Oh, I'm glad, Leah. I'm glad. Mary, always from Texas. What's up? Black Lavender. Love at the Lockup. It's always a hot mess. That's why we love it. Danielle said she's going to miss the fake Zoom meetings. Listen, I had to do what I had to do. Hey, Tana. Yes, welcome, Mary. This is her first live. Let me put up, y'all know. I don't know what it is about the weather, but as soon as I got back to LA, my hands were going through it. They were cracking and everything. I got my hand relief, and now my girls are back. Look at that. Look at that. Again, this is not an ad, but Aveda, if you're watching, give me my coin. Give me my coin. But how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Hey, Alana. We got Cincinnati in the building. What's up, Brandy Nicole? Oh, Graciela, I'm so sorry. I've been there. I have been there. Whew. The thoughts and prayers. Is that the nice thing? Is that a shady thing to say? Prayers, sis. Prayers. Thank you for still joining me. Hey, Stacy. Stacy, you never know. You never know when the ghost of Harriet Tubman will show up. Oh, good. I'm glad you're okay, Graciela. Hey, Angela. You know what? I got into Aveda. Aveda. I'm from Philly. We say Aveda. I got into Aveda because they're in the mall. like I live down the street from the mall and they're in the mall. So I'm always walking by and I'm always like trying stuff because they give it a lot of samples. So I'm always trying stuff and I'm glad I tried one of their products because it actually worked really well for me. Come on in the room. Black lavender. That was sweet though. Listen, y'all know that me and John, Kristiana and John, y'all know that I feel some sort of way about John, okay? Because I think he is cosplaying native, but I had a little sweet spot for him this episode, and I'm actually shocked. Yes, Angela, it does. I hope I'm saying your name right. Madupe O said, I can't wait until Dante sees his video. Would that be crazy? Would that be crazy? Oh my gosh. Thank you, Marianne. Oh, thank you, Black Lavender. It's so crazy how we all finished the episode at the same time. Because I'm like fast forwarding. You know what I need to do? I'm going to keep my time. I'm probably just going to watch the rest of it. Like, the ending of the episode when I'm on live with you guys, because I was watching the previews for next week. And what they do is this show goes over the time that they say that the show would run. They go over the time and then they do previews on the same episode. So it's not an hour, it's an hour and change. Hey, Chris Howard. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, thank you, Maduve. Oh, you guys have some beautiful names. I love it. Don't be surprised if one of my kids have your name. Be like, wait a damn minute. Well, shouldn't have had a beautiful name. It is what it is. Oh, can you I don't know if you guys can read this. It's my Black Girl Magic mug. You guys know I'm a pumpkin spice hoe. Like, this is my season. The fall, not the winter. I'm a winter baby, but I'm a fall hoe. Like, I can't do the winter is too cold for me, but the fall, it's just the air is nice. The trees are turning like good, like earth tone colors. And I have chocolate skin, so I always look good with a backdrop of like earth tones. So this is my season. So I have my little lemon finger tea in my mug. Ooh, this is my season. All I do is drink like tea, make homemade hot chocolate, put my feet up in my robe. It's LA, so I don't have to turn on the heat. Like, we don't turn on the heat in LA until March. Even then, it doesn't stay on long. So, yeah. But that's still my season. I still try to make it as cozy as I can. I'm so sick of Sean. I can't wait to get into him. We're going to start in about a minute or so. I'm just waiting for everybody to get the notifications. Oh my goodness, YouTube takes forever to give you guys the notifications. It bothers me so. But I'm almost at 10K. So when I get to that 10K, I'm calling corporate and I'm just like, listen, the people love me on here. Do better by me. Oh my goodness, sincerely, Stacey B. I did not want to leave Atlanta. I was loving the weather. See, that's the thing. Atlanta seems like a place that I can do because I'm from Philly. So the weather, everything, it's very similar. Atlanta is very similar to Philly in a lot of ways. And it's just, I don't know. I felt like I could do it. I felt like I can do it. Although I had a layover in North Carolina, and North Carolina was so beautiful. Just like when we were flying over, we were about to land. It was so much greenery, and it looked beautiful above. I don't know what it's like on the streets, but above it just looked very beautiful. So much land, so much greenery. I was like, oh my goodness, the air here is probably really crisp. I really liked it, but my mom was like, it floods a lot, so I don't know. But North Carolina is now a contender. I'm going to have to take a trip there to see if I can live there. Look at me, a northerner trying to live in the South. Lord, my family does come from Savannah, Georgia, so it might be like my ancestors calling me home. Who knows? But yeah, I love that Atlanta weather. Maybe that's why I'm like trying to drink tea in LA, and it's not even 60 degrees here. Wait, Chrissy Howard, what happened? Well, let a girl know. I saw something about YouTubers promoting stuff. Happy Friday, L Boogie. Oh, it looked Becca 25. It looks so beautiful. I was like, oh my goodness. I can do this. I've been a city girl for so long. I think I need land and greenery. But because I was at first thinking about moving to Jersey, but it's so far from LA, and I've made my business here in LA, right? So I need to stay someplace that reminds me of the East Coast, but it's not as far as Philly and Jersey. Yes, April, do what you got to do. I'm going to post this live and I'm going to post timestamps. So don't worry about it, guys. If you have to go, this live will still be up. What is so what talking about? Because the comments are going so fast. I'm missing this conversation. Hey, it's Kima. Hey, Leanne. Oh, goodness. It's 3 a.m. in Dublin. She says, it's 3 a.m. in Dublin, but I'm here, y'all. Thank you, Leanne. Hey, Mr. Ella. Thank you for joining me. Oh, Imani, really? I'm going to take a trip there. There's a couple of places I'm going to start looking. And North Carolina looked beautiful to me, but I was in a plane. I don't know. Oh, okay. So what? Thank you. I just felt like I was like, what am I missing? What am I missing? Oh, good. I love that you guys are like finding each other in like other people's content and lives. I love that. Look at our little community. Look at us growing. I love this. We got New Mexico in the building. Hey, LRM. Huntsville, Alabama. Okay, Alabama. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can do Bama. Oh, Tiffany says Tiffany lives in North Carolina. She says she thinks I'll love it. It's turning into the new Atlanta. I did hear that. Gently me either. Yes, Miss Shika, I'm jealous. Texas is on the list too, Graciela. Shannon the band is here. Yes, I'm back in my studio. I'm so excited. Because actually, guys, I'm still like I'm not yet in this time zone, so I wasn't going to do a live today because I wanted to sleep through today so I can catch up, so I can be caught up with the time because I'm up crazy hours of the morning and I'm like texting people and sending emails and people are like, why are you up? And I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot. I forgot that I'm still on, Eastern Standard Time. So I wasn't going to do the live tonight, but I have so much energy. Like I'm not tired yet. So I'll conk out later in the night, probably at a good 3 a.m. And this will probably be my schedule until I can get back onto it. Until I can get back on West Coast time. Black Lavender, he sure did. And Dylan better thank God for them cameras, because had them cameras not been there, I don't think they would have been so lenient on him. I know, Chrissy Howard. NikkiStar TV brought us together. What if you guys become best friends? Oh my gosh. And the start of your friendship could be my live. Oh my God. But we got Belize in the building. Hey, Shanty Sam. Stage 4 end fighter. Wait. Stage 4 end of stage 4. Stage 4 day by day. I can't wait to see what you say about Lindsay and Scott. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Is Ryan Rounds here? Hey, Ryan, what's up? All right, guys, it's about that time. We are going to get. I need to start taping this or like putting some kind of marker to let me know what button am I supposed to. I think it's this one. Hey, guys, let's get right into it. This is the one. I'm so glad you're here, Shanty. Oh, stage 4 says it stands for endometriosis, a rare disease women battle. Is that something that you're battling? or bringing awareness to. Either way, thank you so much. Love that you're here. Hey, Whitney, we are moving too fast because I want to talk about that because y'all know I told y'all that would happen. Yes, Chrissy, what are you talking about? Are you talking about Love After Lockup? It's if you want to get into Love After Lockup, do it. It's not a lot of seasons. They're really quick. You'll go through them really fast. Yes, guys, listen to Tiffany. Like the video. Like the video. You know what? I am going to start with Thai rice. Okay. Let me get my notes. Oh, you know what? Christina's here. Tammy's here. So let me stop. I gotta get into this review. I'm so excited. So guys, remember last week? Yeah, the last live, I said that I was going to talk about what I missed because remember, I watched the episode on YouTube and I didn't know the person was posting it in like parts. And I think it's because YouTube keeps on deleting their videos because they're illegally uploading the episode. Listen, I needed to watch it. I'm not proud of that, but I needed to watch the episode. So I only received half the episode. I watched the rest of the episode tonight, and we got to talk about some things. And then after that, we'll get into this week's episode. I just have like a few things to talk about. All right. Stage 4 says stage 4 endo fighter day by day says yes to both. She is in recovery from having endometriosis and she is bringing awareness to it. She says yes to both, but I'm currently recovering from surgery and I have been binge watching your reviews. Oh my goodness. Stage 4 endo fighter day by day. Thank you so much for being here. Let's give her some love. Oh, girl, Lord, don't laugh. If you are healing up, hold the laugh in, girl. But thank you for joining us here at NikkiStar TV. Let's give our girl some love. All right, so last week's episode that I missed, the rest that I caught. Destiny, extremely ungrateful. The way she was talking about Sean, she's just like, oh, he's just concerned about his $50,000. Yes, he is. How is that a bad thing that he's checking up on you to make sure that you actually show up to court so that he doesn't have to be on the hook for $50,000? You should be so grateful. I would not have went. Well, I'm not Destiny, but she should not have went out. If her sister wanted to see her before she went to court, her sister could have came over and stayed with her. They could have played Scrabble, Monopoly, Uno, whatever, ordered a pizza, watched some Netflix, and just prayed and cried. You know what I mean? Because they don't know what tomorrow's outcome was going to be. The fact that the sister came over and was just like, let's go out and get some drinks. Your sister has to be in court the next day. Why are you thinking about getting drinks with your sister who has been struggling with addiction and being responsible? She is a wild card. Why would you put anything in her to make her even wilder than what she already is? I felt like the sister, when we first met her, she was trying to come off as a responsible sister and the one who's just like, oh my goodness, I don't understand why Destiny is like this. I love her and I want her to do better. Then you have to stop being a bad influence if you love her and you want her to do better. I was so pissed off with that sister. I was like, why today? She's been obviously in Vegas for weeks. Why do you show up the night before she has to go to court to take her out on the town? It was so irresponsible and it pissed me off because I'm like, if you're her family and you love her like you were saying and you don't want her to go back to prison, why are you helping her be reckless? That's why she was in prison in the first place, because she's reckless. Why are you encouraging that behavior? That pissed me off. And Destiny the whole time. I told him to chill, dude. No, you chill. You sit down. He's going to be on the hook for $50,000. He can ask questions. He can be upset. He can demand that you stay home because that is going to be his coin that he is going to have to put up. And I can't believe that this fool is still trying to marry this woman. He is responsible for 6 lives. 6 lives. He's raising 6 children. God help us. God help us. Oh God, is he going to get Destiny pregnant? Sean and Destiny as parents, the world ain't ready. Though you think we're gonna recover from that? Huh? Wait, oh my God, I just thought about it. If Destiny, okay, so Maurice and Jessica are going to raise a baby. Destiny and Sean might raise a baby. And we know that Brittany, oh, we know what's her name? What's her name? It's not Brittany. What's that girl's name? What is that girl's name? Sarah. We know that Sarah is going to give Michael a son at some point in this lifetime. Oh my goodness. Love her to lock up. You better help stop this plague that you are building on this show. My God, today, I just thought about it. Look at all of these children that are going to come out of this show. Lord help us. Anyway, John is a terrible partner to Kristiana. I think he's a terrible partner. Even though he kind of redeemed himself to me this episode, I still think he's not a good fit for her. Because if you have somebody who is recovering, right? And you know that you can't give her money, but you are going to hide, we'll get into that later, hide $20 bills and envelopes on the route where she is supposed to be going and looking for work. Why are you giving her cash? Why are you sending her to look to the woods to look for cash to survive off of? If you're her husband, right, and you want to provide for your wife, you know she has an addiction, so you know it's probably not the smartest thing to give her cash. Don't you have like a credit card or a debit card? You can't just pay for her halfway house if it's like $100 a week. I think it's $100 a month or so. You know she doesn't have the money. You can't just stack up them $20 bills and just pay for it. You can't send any money her way. You can't send food or clothes. I don't know how that works. I've never done it. I've never like sent something to somebody in a halfway house, but I feel like they wouldn't turn down a cake. They wouldn't turn down groceries if it's for somebody. I just think that he makes the worst decisions for someone who was a partner to someone who was an addict. I just don't think he's a good partner for her. I just don't think he's a good partner for her. And I also don't think he's a good partner, period. Not for no woman. Not for no woman in 2020. Because what in the hell is $20 going to do for a grown woman? I was like, oh, you leaving her envelopes, like single envelopes of $20? What's she going to do with that? Maybe get some chips. Maybe get her eyebrows done from somebody who was affordable, like somebody mad cheap. Because to be quite honest with you, I think no. All she can do is get her eyebrows done, because that's eyebrows and tip. So she can't even get a full set. What are you doing? That native cosplaying man is a terrible partner for Kristiana. Let's move on to Lindsay the liar. Ma'am, this is the thing, right? I feel like if you're going to scam, you got to scam, like, what is her name? Is her name Lindsay as well? Remember, Lizzie, if you're going to scam from prison, you got to scam like Lizzie. I don't know why Lindsay is scamming Scott so poorly when Lizzie on the season, like 2 seasons before you, gave you the layout of how to scam a man. She taught a whole seminar on that season. You should not be going out sad like that. Lizzie gave so many good tips that me, a non-scammer, got intrigued. I was like, oh, wait, what? You know what? Let me take some notes. You know what I mean? How is Lizzie's seminar that was on 2 seasons before you? How did you not watch that? How did you not take notes? Why in the hell are you writing down your plan and just leaving it in a notebook like you're 14 years old? Like you're writing a love letter to NSYNC. Like, what are you doing? I was so disappointed. I was just like, you don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing. You're skinny and you got some hair. You got some long hair that you keep on flipping from hair to hair. That's all you got going for you, because this up here, you don't know what you're doing. You don't know how to scam. You just need to get a regular 9-to-5 job, because this ain't the lane that you want to walk down. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing. You're lucky that you are scamming somebody who is dumber than a box of rocks and is very lonely, because there is no way that you would get away with that with a sane man. There's no way. Oh, I was just writing down a quote from a book, but you don't remember the book. But you loved the book so much that you wrote down an entire paragraph of a quote from that book, but you don't remember the book. I was proud that Scott was just like, until Lindsay produces the book, I don't believe her. But we all know from watching this season that he's not that bright, so he falls back into the mess. But yeah, Lindsay, you sloppy. How dare you come on this season and not watch Lizzie? Any woman, any woman prisoner that's scamming men outside of prison, if you come on this show and you have not watched Lizzie's season, you are doing yourself a disservice. You are doing yourself a disservice. Any woman who's in prison and your thing is, listen, to get by, I got to scam some dudes. If you do not watch Lizzie's season, if you do not take notes from that woman, you are doing yourself a disservice. Listen, she taught the book of scamming. The book of it was so good, so detailed. I'm telling you, I'm not a scammer, but I was intrigued. I was intrigued. I maybe bookmarked a couple of notes, maybe just in case. I don't know how this acting is going to work out. Just in case, you know, a little fallback. You know what I'm saying? A little cushion, just in case. And I don't even plan on scamming, but you know, you never know, girl. Never say never. Anyway, let's move on into tonight's season. Shonda and Tyrese. I know that man's name is Tyrese, right? I'm just, joking about the spelling of it. Did he also name his daughter Tyrese? Because he was like, my daughter Tyrese told me that Shonda was scamming me. And I rewound. I was like, wait, your daughter Tyrese? You named a grown woman Tyrese? You named a girl child, Tyrese. She was walking around being called Tyrese at the age of 4. Okay. This just gets better and better. Anyway, we finally get to hear from Shonda about what happened because Shonda stopped returning Tyrese's calls and Tyrese was just like, I haven't heard from her in 3 months. I don't know if she relapsed. I don't know if she's back out there in the streets. I don't know what's going on with her. And then she sits down with the producers and she tells them everything that's going on. First of all, I don't know why we had this long scene of her gardening and this like middle-aged house dress. And listen, I'm not the one to talk about nobody's moo-moo because I got a couple. They're comfortable. It is what it is. They're very comfortable to wear on wash day. So I'm not judging, but I was just like, why we got all this B-roll of her gardening? Like, what are we trying to show? That she's reformed? Like, what is going on here? So anyway, we have this long scene of her gardening, and then she sits down in her confessional, and the producer is just like, what happened? And I told y'all, she said, when I saw Tyrese in that blue suit, I was turned off and I knew he was not the man for me. I told you, ain't no 28-year-old woman getting excited about no old dude in a Steve Harvey suit. It ain't happening. You're not getting excited. I knew from the minute she saw that dude, she was just like, oh, okay. Because Tyrese sent her pictures from like a decade ago. He did not look the same. And I love the fact that she was still being kind because she said that it was the suit that turned her off and not the fact that this man looked 72 when he sent her pictures of him looking a good 35. That's the truth. And I told y'all when she saw that suit, she was just like, nah, I'll just work at the Dollar Tree. I'm not going through this. I told y'all he did not look the same. Those pictures he sent were so long ago. When she saw him, she was immediately turned off and she hopped on that bus and never looked back. And I don't blame her. Let's be real. If a dude that you have been talking to and he's sending you all these pictures, he's looking buff and chocolate and smooth, and you're like, oh my goodness, I'm about to see my man, he about to pick me up. And first of all, you hear him clicking and clacking on the pavement, and you look down, and this fool got on gaiters, and you're 28 years old, and then you look up, and you see like these starch press pants with a deep crease. And then you keep on looking up and you see this blue suit with these huge working girl shoulder pads. You're turning around and you're hopping on a bus back to prison because you're just like, listen, I know that prison ain't the best place, but it's better than living my life with this man in the zoot suit. I told y'all. I told y'all. From the way she looked at him, she's like, okay. Okay. And then she was like, when I kissed him, I didn't feel anything. Girl, we knew. We knew he was trying to touch your hand to bring you in closer. You was like, ugh. Listen, ladies, we've all been there. We've all been there. Listen, this is the age of social media. Some people post pics and they look a lot different, and then they show up on the date and you're just like, how am I going to get out of this? How am I going to get? Okay, I got to have my sister, I got to have my best friend call and say that my uncle got shot. I got to get out of this situation. We've all been there. We've all done it. We've all killed off a family member to get out of a date. Don't lie. Don't lie. We've all done it. Hold up. Hold up. We got a super chat from Bonnie. What's up, Bonnie? Thank you for the super chat. Bonnie says, hey, Nikki, I love your lives. Thank you so much. I love that you are here with me, Bonnie, enjoying and having a good time. You guys make it so, like, I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for you guys, to be quite honest with you. So you guys make it worth it. I enjoy it. So thank you so much, Bonnie, for the super chat. Hey. Let's do it again. Wait, I got to let it rev up. Hold on, guys. I was on a roll. Thank you. Wait a minute. As we were, bigging up Bonnie, we got another super chat from Umi G. This is my girl. What's up? She said, oh, no, I'm late to the party. Umi G, you right on time. Thank you for joining me. Hold up. Child, my computer's about to shut off. I'm like, what's going on? I thought I was charging it. Here we go. But I told y'all that Zoot Suits, Chandra said, hell no. Hell no. I'm going to get on this bus, go to my grandmama's house, and I'm not looking back. And she didn't. Can we also talk about how the producers of this show are so messy? Because there was no reason that we needed to have a clip of Ty Rice laying out that blue zoot suit that Shonda hated. He was laying out this whole blue ensemble. And then he was like, yeah, and I'm going to kill him with these blue gators. And then the producer was just like, it didn't work out for you. It didn't work out for you the last time. He's like, oh, man, I don't give a F. Ty Rice, why are you dressing like it's 2020? Who's dressing like this today? Who? It's like, what is it? Dick Tracy. He dresses like Dick Tracy. Why are you? Where are you going? Child, he is not 49. I'm telling you guys, he's lying. He's lying. Black people do not look like that at 49. Oh, you know what? We did talk about it. Unless they're on the brown liquor. The brown liquor will age you. So maybe that's what he's doing. Listen, you got to put that Crown Royal down, sir. Only for special occasions, not every day. Anyway, let's get a bit serious. I did not like the producers putting Shonda in a position where, first of all, can we talk about how when we saw her, she was Chandra, and then we see her in this confessional and she is Shonda, the PTA mom. I said, "Ooh, what happened to the side braids? What happened to the butt pics? Okay, have we reformed into your white community? Have we done that? Shonda, the PTA mom." Listen, she was like, "Listen, I was hood when I was in prison. Now that I'm out, I'm back to being PTA mom. Not hating, live your best life and keep on gardening." Anyway, I didn't like how they made her, because listen, they asked her if she wanted to do it, right? And she said yes. I felt like she said yes under pressure, because listen to everything that Shonda said. She said, when you're in recovery, sometimes you just have to cut people off. And I don't like the fact that I hurt Ty Rice. I know that he wanted to hear from me, but she's in recovery. She was like, I had to cut people off. I had to, get away from all of that. And he was obviously somebody who reminded her of her past. So she needed to make a clean break. I personally didn't have a problem with it, right? I understand that, she ghosted Tyrese, and ghosting people is never okay. In this occasion, in this situation, I'll take it. She had to do what was best for her in her recovery. Sometimes you got to make drastic decisions. And so, she cut him off. And the zoot suit helped her. But, she needed to be in a place where she could get her healing. So I didn't have a problem with that. But I did have a problem with the producers asking her if she wanted to talk to him, because you could see her body change, her whole demeanor change, right? And so when she called him, she told him, she was sorry and she didn't mean it. And, you know, she said the thing that we all say, ladies, when we turn down a guy, because you want to say something nice, because to be quite honest with you, when we're not feeling a guy and we want to break up with them, we have to make sure they are in a good place, because we don't want to die. You know what I mean? Every woman knows that when you're on your way to break up with a dude, this could be your last breakup. You know what I mean? Every woman knows, like, I gotta find a way. I gotta let him down easy, or I have to make myself so terrible that he breaks up with me, because I just can't go up to him and say I want it to be over, because I don't know if it'll be over for me. That's just the truth, right? So she says the whole, oh, I hope that we could still be friends. We know, as women, we know what that is. It's, I want to ease out of this and still make you feel good, because I don't want you to be upset, because I don't want you to find me and kill me. That's what she's doing. And he goes off, no, I want to be your friend. And you can see him going off on her, and you can see the light leaving her eyes, right? And for me, that meant this is exactly why she did not want to reach out to people that she cut off, because she didn't want to get this. She didn't want to get this reaction back, because nobody likes to be cut off. But in this instant, she had to do what was best for her in her recovery. So this is not a situation where she's just not dealing with a dude because she don't feel like it. She's in recovery and she's doing the best that she can for her. So she has to make some decisions that everybody will not like. I didn't have a problem with it. I did not have a problem with it. I had a problem with them making her make that call, because I just didn't feel like it was healthy for somebody who was in recovery. Because we don't know how soon, like, how early she is in her recovery. We don't know if she relapsed and is recovering again. Like, we don't know. And right now, when you're at that point where you're really weak, you don't need to be feeling these emotions to make you feel bad and sad and get you back into that place where you feel like you need to use to forget about those things or to get away from those things. So I just didn't like that. I did not like that. But, she did it. Tyrese cussed out, and, she was just like, all right, bye. You too. She got off the phone with him, and the producers are just like, so the other men that you were talking to, are you still talking to them? And she was just like, I'm done. I'm done with all of it. Basically, the game is the game. She was in prison. She needed support. She was sending out her butt pics to men and getting some money to survive in prison. The game is the game. If you are a man and you are looking on prison dating sites, looking for a woman in a destitute situation, ain't nobody mad that you got scammed. You know what it was. You know what it was. If you're sending letters back and forth, and immediately as soon as you send her $20, she's saying she loves you, you know what this is. You know what it is. She knows what it is. Don't act like you're a victim here. You're a 49-year-old man preying on a 28-year-old addict in prison. You know what it is. The game is the game. Let it go. Pick another zoot suit in a different color and go down to the bar, the senior citizen bar, and pick up somebody in your age range and live your best life. Stop looking for these young girls in prison. It's going to happen every time. Ain't no 28-year-old looking for a man who is 72 saying that he's 49, who wears zoot suits and gaiters every day. The game is the game. You got played, sir. Let's not be shocked. Let's not. The only person shocked in this situation is Tyrese, not Shonda or Chandra or his kids. Everybody knew what this was, but Tyrese, please. You're delusional. You think because you pick up some barbells every now and again that you still got it. It's okay. It's okay to not have it to attract younger women. There are nice women your age that you can go after. That sister who had the gel ponytail with the waterfalls that was, all over you in that lingerie shop. Go after her. That's more your speed. A 28-year-old in prison who's recovering from an addiction is not for you because she loves you. She's with you for the money, sir. Let's stop, Tyrese. You're not a victim here. You're not. That's it. That's all I want to talk about with Tyrese and Shonda, because she is no longer Chandra. Okay, she is out of prison. She is Shonda who gardens. Shonda, the next Martha Stewart. Girl, live your best life. I'm proud of you. Proud of you. Anyway, let's go over to Scott and Lindsay. Lindsay, still trying to act like this. This is the thing. I can't believe that when Scott confronted her with her whole manifesto, that when he confronted her with that, her first thing to say was, oh, it's a quote from a book. You don't do this often, honey. You don't, like, what? That doesn't make any sense. I would have been like, oh, actually, that's the transcript of a book that I'm writing in prison. And so, she could have said that that's a transcript from a quote from her book that she was writing in prison. And I would have went into how, yes, that is from experience. Back when I was, dealing drugs and using drugs, I used to find men to use. But while I was sober in prison, I wanted to write out this semi-autobiography because I think it's an interesting story to tell. It's an interesting story to tell about drug addiction, about love loss, about a single mother raising her child. I feel like this is a story that a lot of young women can benefit from. So this is actually one of the pages from my book. What do you think, honey? About you, baby? No. This is who I used to be. This is who I am now. I'm trying to change my life, and I'm trying to channel all the pain that I have been through my art, which is writing. I would never do that to you. So again, what do you think of my book? Really good? Great. Okay. I'm glad you like it. I'll have another draft in about a month or so because I'm still finishing it. And yeah, I'll have you read the first chapter. I hope you like it. Girl, and I ain't never been to prison. You can't think of nothing right. It was right there. It was right there, but you're too dumb. You're too inexperienced. You say, oh, it's a quote from a book. You could have finished and said, it's a quote from a book that I'm writing. Oh my gosh, Lindsay, you don't know what you're doing. But then again, as I say that, I see your work. I see your work because Lindsay realizes that she's caught, right? She realizes that even though she banged Scott, he don't care. He was living high until he read her whole manifesto, and now he realizes he's the trick that she was writing about. So he's pissed because everything that she wrote down, basically almost all of it, she has done, right? So he's pissed. He is, he's being very stern with her, and she doesn't like how he's treating her, right? So she does this a whole temper tantrum. So this is how I think that Lindsay has been able to get ahead on people. She becomes extremely difficult. She starts to cry, she screams, she stomps, very childlike. So this is how she's been able to get around, right? Because if she can't change his mind by having sex with him, now she has to manipulate him into feeling sorry for her and making herself this victim, this poor, frail woman who was broken down and needs him to save her. Because she immediately tries I don't feel safe. I have to get out of here. I'm going to call this person and call that person and get my PO and get my my halfway house changed to another place. So she's on the phone in front of him having these loud conversations. She is so loud on this freaking phone. She's just like, oh, let me use my phone. Oh, I got a coupon. Hey, anyway, she's just like, hi, yes. I want to change my location because I hate it here. Like, girl, we all know what you're doing. You're trying to get him to feel bad. You're trying to make him feel like, oh, if she leaves me, I won't ever get her back. I don't want her to leave. You know, I got this young girl that I'm having sex with, and she's pretty, and, you know, she's skinny, and I don't want her to leave me. And so she's trying to threaten him with oh, I don't like that you think that I was scamming you, so I'm going to leave you and make you feel bad. So that wasn't working, right? She tried that with him, going in every room screaming, I gotta get out of here. I hate it here. And when her grandmother asked her what happened, she couldn't even lie right. She was like, well, um, he's mad because of I'm like, you done forgot the lie that you said. So she's fishing around in her freaking brain because she forgot that she told this man that it was a quote from a book. So she's like, he's mad that a quote. Lindsay, just get a job at Hot Topic, girl. You're not built for this. You are not built for the scam game. You don't got the sense. You don't got the sense for this scam game. Listen, you have to be very smart. You have to be a good people reader, and you have to be able to lie your butt off. Mama, you ain't got it in you. You're not good. You can't keep up with your lies. You can't keep up with the script. You have to be able to keep up with the script, and you can't do it. So Lindsay realizes that the threatening to leave is not working. And so she does the easiest trick in the book. The saddest trick in the book, but she does it. She invokes her daughter. And that brings on the tears. It's, oh, I'm away from my daughter. I can't see my child. Girl, but you know what? Listen, she tried everything and that worked. When she started that crying and falling apart, dumb Scott, you know that I'm in love with you, right? Some men just want to be scammed just for a crumb of coochie. They'll accept the scam. They know. Like, let's be real. These men who are, tell the truth and shame the devil, tender-eyed, you know what I mean? Hard on the eyes, as my grandma would say. You know, not even in the universe as a Brad Pitt, right? Not even in the not even in the same planet, time zone, reality as an Idris Elba. You know what I mean? We know what these dudes look like, right? So a lot of them work really hard to get very wealthy so that they can get the woman that is unattainable to them. They know good and well when they're walking around with a dead eye and a baby arm and they're wearing heels because they're 3'2". They know good and well that this 6'5" supermodel from Germany will not be with them unless they have money. They know what the scam is, but just so they can sleep with this woman or walk in a room with this woman or have this woman lay her body on top of them, they'll take it, even though they know what it is. They'll take it. So that's where I think Scott is. I think, Scott knows that, he's not going to get a Lindsay without some money. He's not going to get a Lindsay without having something great to offer to make that woman make the sacrifice in sleeping with him. He knows that. So he might have been mad that he, read out, her whole manifesto and he knows the plan. He knows what's going down. He might be a little hurt that he read it, that he saw, her intentions, but you knew. I'm sorry. You knew, Scott. You knew. Let's not play this game. You know you're being scammed because you're scamming her. Y'all scamming each other. Like with Shonda and Tyrese. The game is the game. You know what's going on here. Because as soon as he said, I love you, right? I said, you a dummy. But you are. You'll take it. You'll take what little, coochie that she gives you. Because it's going to be little. She's not going to want to bang you every day. She's going to find a reason. She's going to be on her period for 6 months. She's going to find you know this. but the little bit of coochie that she gives you is enough for you to be scammed. You know, no sympathy here, bro. You know, you know. And you knew even after you read that manifesto that you were still going to be with her. Let's not play these games. The game is the what? Say it with me. The game. They know what's going on here. They know. Get out of here, Scott. You know. So anyway, Lindsay got him back. Got him back. She's still, upset about his lack of money because she even said it. She was like, "You think I'm scamming you for money? You don't have no money," but you thought he did. He lied to you. And you thought he had all this money. You thought you got a big fish. You didn't realize you got a middle class fish. Okay? You got a working class fish. You ain't realized that. And now you're stuck in this situation. The game is the what? Game. Let's move on to Maurice and Jessica. Why does Maurice dress like it's 1997? How long has he been in prison? Because he's a young dude. But he's dressing like, you know what? Who is he dressing like specifically? Maurice dresses like that band. Remember that group, that R&B group that sang Gangsta Lean? He dresses like them with a dash of a Philadelphia scammer from like 2001. Like, what is this combination? He always dressed so vintage, so dated. I'm like, everything he wears, I'm like, this was hot when I was like 14. What is this look, sir? This has not been in since Jay-Z dropped I'm a Hustler Baby. What is going on with the fashions? Isn't he young? Why is he dressing like this? And we can't say it's LA. We can't say it's Compton because I've been to both. I lived in LA for over a decade. I've been to Compton. Listen, you got to go where the men are. Anyway, because they ain't Compton. I'm telling you, working class men. God don't give you everything. They give them looks. He don't give them money. He give them other ones privilege, but they ugly. That's why. If wealthy men were fine, oh my gosh, girl, bye. Working class who? You a manager at Home Depot? Get out of here. You know what I mean? But God don't give you everything. Them privileged men are hideous, but it's the working class men, right? So don't judge me. I gotta go where the men are. It is what it is. So anyway, I've been to both. They don't dress like that. So I don't know what this style is. How long has he been in prison? This whole outfit, I was just like, are you scamming? Are you time traveling to scam somebody in 1996? What is this look? Anyway, let's move on. I'm going to say this about Maurice. I hope I'm wrong. That's all I'm going to say. Because I feel like it appears that Maurice knows what to say. I think he's a good people watcher. I think he studies people, and I think he studies their strengths and their weaknesses, and he knows what to say, and he knows what to do to get something from them. Because let's be very clear, Maurice keeps on getting incarcerated because he's a thief. And thieves are very conniving, they are very slick, they are very watchful, they are extremely observant. He's saying all the right things in the confessionals. He's saying all the right things in the scenes. And I hope that what I'm seeing is wrong and that he is being very honest and he's going to stand by his word forever. Not just until the camera stop rolling, not just until his child comes here, not just until, his son or daughter's graduation from school, that what he says that he is going to do, that he sticks by it forever, not for a season, not for a few years, because a thief will wait. They will wait until the right moment. So I'm hoping that he's reformed, he's a different person, and everything that he is saying, he means it. I hope to God that I'm wrong, that what I'm seeing is wrong, that what I'm feeling is wrong. I don't want I just hope he's reformed. That's all I'm gonna say. I just hope that he's reformed. Anyway, why did he tell Jessica? This is the thing. This is why I said that Maurice knows what to say, right? So he is spending time with Jessica's father. Jessica's father, he's getting in there, right? And I think because he's trying to get close to this man, he reveals that they're having a child. And he did not get the reaction from the father that he wanted. I don't know why he was shocked by that, right? Y'all came here and y'all just dropped all this on the man. You know what I mean? Y'all came here, y'all came to the family's house saying that, he's breaking parole, he's crossing state lines when he shouldn't be. He could go back to jail. Y'all coming in here saying that y'all were staying in a place that was infected with roaches and it was in a dangerous city and neighborhood and you didn't feel safe. The roaches were jumping on you and attacking you. Jessica is bringing her husband that she married in prison for home invasion. She's bringing him into their home and letting them know that they are going to live together in Vegas. The family is already taking in a lot. The father is already taking in a lot. Why in the hell did you think that telling this man that you were going to be the father of, I think, his first grandchild, why did you think that that was going to go over well? And why would you tell your wife's father about your child that you are having together without her or before her? It was all off. And he just didn't see that this was just not the moment to do it. And that it was really like you're telling her, Jessica's father before Jessica, you don't think that her father thinks that that's disrespectful? That you're going in front of his daughter and telling him something about his child. You don't find that like I don't know how you thought that would bring you closer to the father that is already apprehensive about you. How long has he been in prison? Something is not adding up, and I think it's because we've only met Maurice's representative. I don't think we've met him yet. I don't think. I think Maurice is being who he needs to be to get what he wants. That's what I think. But again, I hope I'm what? Wrong. Let's also talk about Jessica's dad. Not talk about, but is he okay? Because Jessica's father is like hot pink. Like his skin is very like illuminated, like very neon. And then his eyes are very neon. Because before I thought that he was crying. I was like, oh my gosh, is he getting emotional? But no, that's his eyes all the time. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. Is the dad sick? Are y'all dropping all of this on this man who was holding on to life bit by bit, piece by piece? Jessica, I just feel like you have stressed this man out so much that he's a shell of himself. Just you, not your sister Jessica, just you. She seems like she was a handful. I don't know if she was in recovery. I don't know if she has mental health issues, but the way her family reacts to her makes me believe that something is up. Something is not quite right. And I feel like the father's neon, features, skin and eyes, it's probably because of Jessica. I wouldn't be surprised. And you know what? Oh, I think the dad is very sweet. And I hope I'm reading this wrong, but it just bothered me when like I was with him, right? When he was just like, listen, I'm not raising no more kids. You created a child. You and Jessica are going to you're going to take care of that child. But this kind of threw me off. I ain't raising it. I was like, the it kind of hit. I'm like, it, your grandbaby? Are you just disengaging because you don't feel like the drama? The it just threw me off. I was like, oh, the grandbaby, right? You meant the grandbaby. You're not raising it. Okay. Ooh, well, congratulations. Congratulations. Another thing that bothered me. This family doesn't have common sense, and it's okay. Not everybody has it. Some people are forced to, think like this, or be aware or be on guard, right? I just didn't understand why this man would show a man who has been in prison for robbery, a man who is a robber, okay? A man who has done time in prison for home invasion. Why in the hell would you open up your drawer full of cash and hand this man $1,000? But why would you show him where you keep over $1,000? Why would you show that to a thief? And when he opened that door and opened that drawer and pulled out the cash, I was just like, did Jessica tell you why he wasn't what he was in prison for? Like, you just opened that and showed that to him. And listen, maybe I watched too much ID channel, but I've seen, shows where, true crime shows where people have lost their lives for less. It's always some detective like, and they went in the house and they shot him up and they asked him to open the safe before they took his life. And you know what they found? $60. They took that man's life for $60 because Ed was going around town flashing all his money. He walked around with a wad of cash in his pocket. Every time he went to go pay for something, Ed took out $1,000 just to pay for something that was $5 because that's who Ed is. Ed was a very flashy dude. The whole town knew he had money in his house. That's what I'm thinking about. I'm like, why would you show this dude this? He's still a stranger to you. He's Jessica's husband. He's your grandbaby. He's its father, but he's still a stranger to you. So why would you even show him that? It just didn't make any sense to me. I'm like, sir, you do this often? A stranger just walks into your garage, you teach him how to weld, and then you say, oh, you need some money? Here's $1,000. Like, I get the whole pep talk, the whole speech that Maurice was giving him, and the whole, I'm gonna do right. I ain't never had a father. That whole stepping fetching slave on a plantation act bothered me. But I said, Maurice, ain't no way you're like this. There is no way you're like this. Maurice is playing a character, guys. I don't think this is who he is. I don't think we've met him. Oh, I would never want to disappoint you. I don't have a dad. I ain't never talked to my father. I'm hoping, man, I don't want to say it. No, I'm going to say it, man. I'm hoping that you could be my dad. I'm seeing something. He moving like a thief to me. He moving like a thief to me because did you see his eyebrow raise when that man opened that drawer? Maurice, I hope I'm wrong. But I was just like, I'm seeing something. I'm seeing something. And then, did you guys get right away what Maurice was asking him? Because I didn't know. I'm like, you asking for his blessing? I'm asking for your blessing to, like do this, to, like be with your daughter, to like, raise, a child with her. I'm like, why are you asking for his blessing? You've already done it. She's pregnant. You married her. What are you asking his blessing for? And then the father in the confessional is just like, well, yes. No, not in the confessional. In the scene, he said to Maurice, well, yes, I do give you permission to marry my daughter and give her a big wedding. Was there something cut out of the conversation? Because I didn't know what Maurice was asking that man at first. I was just like, oh, you're asking for the blessing to do what you already did? What? It wasn't making sense. But then the dad said he gives him his permission to, marry his daughter. But then after he gets the blessing, Maurice is like, yeah, I want to do all this for your daughter and raise our child, but I'm broke. Guys, moving like a thief, that conniving, that scamming stuff. I want to be all of this. You're asking the dude to be your dad because you ain't never had a father. Your father ain't never done this for you. And you want to, be a great father to your child. And, you love your daughter and you want to be this great man. And you also want to know if he could be your father. But I'm broke. I want to do all this for her, but I ain't got no money to do it. I don't like it. I don't like it. And I like it. And I hope he don't rob that old man. I hope he don't rob Jessica's family, because this, I'm telling you guys, if you watch Snap Killer Couples, you know what's going to happen next, or could happen next. You know what happens. Next thing you know, Jessica is in, the interrogation room. I love him though. I can't tell on him. We just needed the money. Nobody was supposed to die. We've seen it. We watched after the 48. We've seen it. We've seen it. Again, I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But this is giving me Snap Killer Couples. That's all I'm saying. And Jessica can be easily manipulated. Easily manipulated, because something is up. Which, you know what, I have gone so far, but since I'm out here, let's keep on swimming. Which girl, if something does happen, will work in your favor? Because your lawyer will be like, well, she got the mind of a 14-year-old. She's not fully developed. You know what I mean? That could work for you. That stay woke. Stay woke. Let's not get to that point, but I'm saying we got a defense. We got a defense. Anyway, we are out there. Let's just move on. Let's move on to Kristiana and John. Okay. I told you I had a little warm spot in my heart this episode, just this episode for John. I think he's a terrible partner for Kristiana. However, I love that as her husband, he saw her family in a destitute situation and he went to save them, because Kristiana's mother was living in the basement of a meth house. What? And her sister is also an addict, and she was struggling with her addiction and relapsing back and forth, and also in an abusive relationship. So he decided, it would be best for his wife if she wasn't stressing out about her family. So he decided to bring them to his home. As a husband, I love that he did that, right? As a husband to Kristiana, I love that he looked out for her family in that way. I was a bit confused, however, because does he live with somebody? Like, does he live with his children? Because who in the hell is he locking that fridge from? His fridge got a whole bolt lock on it and a whole chain. So I'm like, there's somebody there who got a little eating problem. Is it a child? Is it a roommate? Like, what is going on? Like, are you bringing these people into this situation with somebody who you have to lock the fridge from? What's going on? Like, I was a little thrown off. I was just like, did you bring them into did you bring these unhealthy people into an even more unhealthy situation? But you know what? I don't think anything's more unhealthy than the basement of a meth house. That old lady has been through it. She was like, yeah, I was living in the basement of the meth house with Kristiana. It was bad. It was really bad. Mother, oh my God. What the hell is going on in Butte? First of all, where is Butte? Butte is bad. Butte is bad. Bad things happen in Butte. It's a bad idea to go up to Butte, John. Where the hell is Butte? Like, should we be concerned? Should the FBI be looking at Butte the way this woman was talking about it? What? Butte better not be like some, oh, you know what? Is it like in the mountains? Is it like a mountain? Because they got a little meth problem in the mountainous areas. Bad things happen in Butte. Kristiana, our girl, she relapsed. I felt so bad for her. But you know what? Let's talk about the justice system. It's not set up. I'm telling you right now, poor and working class people, it's not set up. The justice system is not set up for you. You don't got the money. You do not have the money to buy your way out of that system or to protect yourself from the American justice system. I'm going to tell you something that's real true. Slavery was never abolished. It was repurposed. It is now the prison system. The justice system is not a place where any poor or working class person want to get caught up. If you are not somebody who could put your house up for bail or something, who could put up a car, you know what I mean? Who can, have some kind of asset to, liquidate so that you can get out of that situation. Don't commit a crime. You know what I mean? Like, just just struggle, because if you get in that prison system, you are never getting out because you don't got the money. You do not have the money to get out of the justice system. And we see it with Kristiana, because she is somebody who comes from no money. She keeps on going back to prison because she is sick. She has a sickness and she does not have the money to get the proper care or help. So she just keeps on doing these drugs, and she keeps on going back to this and going getting caught back up in the justice system, and she keeps on, going back and forth. It's just a cycle for her because she don't have the money, she can't get the help that she needs, but she keeps on breaking along. So to keep on putting her in the justice system, and they keep on making it extremely hard for her to get out. Like, once you're in, if you don't have the money, you cannot get out, because they send this woman who was struggling with addiction, and they put her in the same house with people who she used with and bought drugs from. How you think that was going to go? You thought that she was going to come out of that system, that situation, squeaky clean? No, they knew she was going to go back. She's free labor. Everybody in prison is free labor, and is a hefty amount of taxpayer money. It's a bunch of money that is being fueled to the you know what? Let me stop for these for the working for the ruling class. Shut me down. But all I'm saying is there's a lot of money in the prison system, and it's not going to poor working class communities. Stay woke. Stay woke. Anyway, I feel really bad for Kristiana. Like, we all knew that she was going to relapse because of the previews, but I just feel like she gives me Brittany. I feel like she's somebody who really, wants to do better, but she has issues. When she was talking about her triggers, she went somewhere. So something happened to this woman. So either, recently or when she was really young, but something always happens to somebody who does drugs. You don't wake up and say, you know what, I want to shoot up meth today. Let me go get a crack pipe and then go to brunch with my girls. No, something is going on. Something has happened, and something had triggered her where she went back out. But again, I do, me and John are not friends. I feel like he's cosplaying Native. So I'm not really, in tune with him in that. And I also just think that he is not a good partner for Kristiana. But I love that he, did that for her family. And I also love that as soon as she called him, he was out in his car looking for his wife. He has some redeeming qualities. I will give him that. He has some redeeming qualities. I still don't think he's a good fit for her. I don't think that he is a healthy partner for somebody like Kristiana. And I hope that, she gets the help that she needs. And we have a happy ending for Kristiana, because she deserves. She was so embarrassed. She couldn't even look up. She had her head down the whole time. And even her confessional, she was just like, I hope he's not mad at me. Girl, you're sick. How can anybody be mad at you? I want her to win. She gives me Brittany. She just doesn't have the same willpower as Brittany. Oh, I want her to win. I want her to win. Destiny and Sean. So Destiny, the party girl, shows up with 5 minutes left before she has to appear in court. She was like, dude, I told you. Dude, calm down. Dude, I told you I would show up. Like, chill, dude. Like, chill. Chill? If you would have been 5 minutes late, he would have had to pay back $50,000 for you. Destiny is so delusional. I need this kind of delusion, though, because I feel like she's just living a happy, carefree life in all of her delusion. I'm over here stressed, trying to be perfect, trying to get things right. And Destiny is just like, I'm going to do what I want. And you're going to deal. Everybody else going to deal with it. It's $50,000, dude. Just chill. You'll get your money, dude. Chill. Excuse me? And he still wants to be with her. This is how she talks to you and treats you, and you still want to be with her. Fool! Fool, this is what I said. Some men just want to be scammed. He has had so many opportunities to walk away. He still stayed with Destiny. He still wants to marry this woman. Some men just want it. They want to be scammed. They want the abuse. They want it. They want it. There's no way that this man is still in this situation unless he wants it. Anyway, Dylan and Heather. Heather, how do we come into this? How did we come into this situation with you where you are the nut job and not Dylan? Not the felon, it's you. So Dylan makes it back by the skin of his teeth, because if that parole officer would have driven away after he had waited for Dylan, Dylan would have been sent back to prison. So he, poor guy. He was being so nice, and that parole officer, the way he was talking to him, like he got him by the ball, so he know that he can treat him any kind of way. I'm telling you, poor on working class people, don't do it. Don't do it. You will get it ain't for us. I'm working class too. It ain't for us. We just got to keep our heads down and do the right thing. We ain't got the money to make these kind of mistakes. So anyway, he's like trying to shake the man's hand. He's apologizing. It's just really humbling to see. Really, really humbling, but he's doing the right thing. So the parole officer gives him a break, and like I said before in the beginning of this review, Dylan is very lucky that he is on this TV show and that the cameras were there, because I think that's the only reason why the parole officer was lenient on him. Because I think if those cameras were not there, he would have been on his way back to prison. But, the parole officer didn't want to look like, even if you don't see him, there's an easy way to find out who this person is. He probably didn't want to be that dude on camera. So Dylan is very lucky for that. So anyway, they wind up back at Aunt Diane's house. And I love her because Dylan was just like, I'm so sorry, that won't happen again. And she was like, oh baby, it won't. Oh, it for sure won't happen, baby. I said, Aunt Diane, why are you calling that man baby? You know how Heather is. You know that she thinks that you are stiff competition. Why are you calling that man baby? Aunt Diane, you messy. You messy, Aunt Diane. I'm not saying you deserve to get treated the way you get treated by Heather or cussed out by Heather, but I am saying you're messy. You know what you're doing. So anyway, Heather is humbled as well when she sees that, Dylan could probably go back to prison because she was acting like a fool. I will say this though. I don't know if you guys caught it, but I was watching this scene and it's like when they get footage of Heather in the car watching Dylan with his parole officer. Did you guys see her grin? Like she was it was weird because she was, fiddling with things on the car. And then she put her hand over here and then she looked over and she was just like, and I'm like, are you getting off on this? Are you getting off with seeing your man being treated like this? Are you a chaos hoe? I think Heather is a chaos hoe. There's no other way to describe it. I think she gets off on chaos and destruction. Because what about that situation would make you grin? And then I'm thinking back to the last scene, the last episode. She created an entire situation out of nothing because she's a chaos hoe. Heather gets off on just a chaotic world. And if it's too chill, she has to create chaos to be happy. She was grinning at that man being treated like still a prisoner, even though he's free. She was getting off on watching that man be humbled. You created that whole situation for nothing but chaos. Heather is a chaos hoe. We all know a chaos hoe. I was about to say, I was about to call out the chaos hoe in my life, but my family watches this. So I ain't going to be messy before the holidays. But if this was January, I would air that broad out. But there's a chaos hoe in my life. And she's blood, so I can't do nothing about it. But yeah. Heather's a chaos hoe. I know them well. So the chaos hoe and her man go back into Aunt Diane's house. And I guess Heather was just like, listen, I'm going to get my penis. I'm going to get what I've been wanting to get from Dylan for 5 years. Even if my Aunt Diane and my other aunt is sitting outside of the door listening in. Like you can hear voiceover of Heather and Dylan moaning, and Aunt Diane is just sitting there in the chair looking, and the aunt, who was very pleased, she was just like, oh, oh, it's not going to be quiet in here. I was like, oh, ma'am, why are y'all sitting? I mean, I know Aunt Diane can't go anywhere, but I would have been like, Aunt Diane, let's go to Ross. You know what I mean? Let's walk around Marshall's. Come on. Like, let them have sex in peace. But they're just sitting there. Oh, weird. Real weird. And before I go on, we got a super chat. We got a super chat from Mel Fitness. Thank you, Mel Fitness. Mel Fitness said the important question is, how does she snag Dylan? Drugs. Thank you, Mel Fitness. Thank you, Mel Fitness, because there's drugs. There's drugs involved in this couple. You can't tell me any different. I'm telling you, this couple is giving me, this is a Northeast couple. If you're from Philly, you know what I mean. Northeast, Old Fish Town, definitely Mayfair. You know what? Kensington. Dylan and Heather. Kensington. Philly people know what I'm talking about. Anyway, that's all I wanted to, yes, that's all my notes. That's all I wanted to talk about concerning this episode. What did you guys think of this episode? What did you guys think of the things that I talked about? Let's get into it. If you are just watching this live review for the review and not the chit chatter, this is where it ends. Let's give the ending. What is the ending? Did we pick a song for the ending? Oh, it's this. That's it. That's it, folks. So this is where the review ends. Now, let's start chitting and chatting. What y'all saying in these comments section? Huh? Marianne, Kristiana sounds like a man because I think of the drugs. I think her voice probably sounded different before she started using. Oh, Ryan Rounds, what did Stella miss? Because you're telling her to check out the last minute of the episode. Lori Marie, that aunt was listening in. I was just like, ma'am, are your what are those called? Are they called Nick? Are your capris? Are you soaking your capris listening to your niece have sex? That was really weird. Really, and I felt a bit disrespectful. I'm like, Aunt Diane is going to go to sleep at some point. She's not going to stay up all day. She don't have it in her. You could have waited. Is there a garage? You know what I mean? Like, you didn't have to have sex right there in that tiny home. It was disrespectful. Marianne says she met Dylan before he went to jail. Maybe she was more normal then. I don't think so. Because Marianne, remember, she said that she walked in on him when he was in the shower and didn't leave. What? Weird. But you know what? She did say that her and Dylan never had sex, right? She didn't say what kind of sex they didn't have. Okay? Okay? You have more than one entrance, mama. You know how some women do. I'm a vaginal virgin, but you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I've never had sex before, but I've had a penis or two in my mouth. That's what they do. That's what they do. So she could be leaving out some really important facts. Oh, Vixie, let me go back to that comment. Oh, darn it, Vixie. The comment went so fast. I lost it. Oh, Vixie Lady said Dylan probably sold her ecstasy and she held him down in prison. He probably felt he could give her that. Good point, Vixie. Good point. They probably met in a drug house. Hold on. We got a super chat from Stella. Hey, Stella. Stella said, I think Heather was marking her territory in front of Aunt Diane. She definitely was. And so was Aunt Diane. Thank you, Stella, for the super chat. Whitney said, did you see her in that confessional with the fake ugly cry about him possibly going to jail? Whitney, we're still waiting for tears. She's a chaos hoe. Heather is a chaos hoe. Because with that, I can, wait, how does she do her face? Where the tears, Heather? We're still waiting. It's you. It's not Dylan, mama. It's you. It's definitely Melissa, definitely fake crying. I can't believe she turned out that way. She started off so different. Melissa B said, who tattoos a man's name 3 times in different places and languages on their body? She did that on her own. How dumb. Dylan, but even Dylan, he was like, I was alarmed by that, but Dylan need a place to stay. It seems like Dylan has burnt all of his bridges. It seems like his family and friends are done helping him out. I think this is his rock bottom, and he needs a place to stay. He needs a place to parole to, and his family and friends are like, we're done. You've done enough harm to us. We're not helping you out anymore. You have to get better on your own. Because when we help you, you don't get better. I think that's what happened. Because like, why is he paroling to her place? You don't got no family or friends. Something is up. Something is up. It's Kima. I felt that too. It's Kima said Shonda had a grin on her face when she said she's not talking to any of those other guys. She's probably living with one. That's what I thought she was going to say next. I thought she was going to say, I'm done. I'm not talking to those men anymore. But you know what I mean? I either thought she was going to say that she is in a relationship with one of the guys that she was talking to while she was in prison, or she's with a man that she was with before she went into prison. You know what I mean? I thought she was going to say something like, well, I'm back with my baby father, the man who is the father of my 7 children. I thought we were going to get something like that. We didn't. We just saw her walk back into this home, this tiny home. Not shade. It was just a tiny little quaint home. She's probably staying with her grandmother. It gave me grandma. It gave me grandma. But yeah, I thought we were going to get something else, and we didn't. So Mel Fitness said Dylan can come live with me. Are you prepared for Heather? Girl, please. Not me. Oh yeah, the previews look good, Ryan. Marianne said, don't you think it was a violation of Lindsay's privacy for him to go through her stuff? Absolutely. But that's the nature of their relationship. Like Scott knows. I think that Scott and Lindsay know what this is. Scott knows that he could not get Lindsay without her being in a destitute situation, without her, needing financial help. That's why he went looking on prison dating sites. So that's why I'm like, I don't feel bad for this guy because he knew what he was doing. Why are you on prison dating sites? Why are free people on prison dating sites? You're looking for somebody that you can control. That's what it is. Janice, yes, Jessica's dad is testing Maurice, but I I hope he passed this test. That's all I'm gonna say. Thank you, Amber. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Marianne, I don't know if Heather is a good mom. I will say my perspective from looking at her Instagram is that she loves those daughters. She loves her kids. That's my perspective. I don't know if that's the truth. That's just what I see in pictures and in videos. But the daughters seem to really, love her. She seems to really love her kids. Just because she's a little nuts with Dylan doesn't mean that she can't be a good mom. Me too, Stella. Yeah, that's what I think too, Erica Brown. I feel like Heather is leaving out a lot of her story concerning Dylan. I think she's leaving out the stuff the true stuff that is really dark, that she met Dylan at a drug house, that she probably, he probably sold her drugs or they probably did drugs together because this couple definitely has done drugs. Definitely. They're very young and by the way they look, They've done some things. We just have to be very honest. Nobody their age looks like that unless they've been into some, had some kind of substance abuse issues. Janice, I hope Jessica's dad moves that money. Why would you do that? In front of anybody, even if they weren't a felon. Why are you opening up a drawer full of cash in front of somebody? Please. Please. Even when I'm wealthy, you will still think I'm broke. Still think I'm broke. Still driving a Hyundai from 1992. Like, oh my goodness, didn't Nikki just do a blockbuster film? Why is she riding in this Hyundai from 1992? Is she okay? And I'll be like, girl, I'm still living paycheck to paycheck and then going home to my Dallas mansion. Lying. You will never know I got money. Marianne, I hope so too. I want to be wrong. Maurice just says the right thing all the time. Something not right. Like he gives people the answers that they want. You know what I mean? I feel like he observes, he listens, watches their behavior, know their strengths and weaknesses, and then he answers that way. That's what I think. I could be wrong. What part seems scripted, stage 4 Indo Fighter? El Boogie, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm telling you. Listen, they could either be, the best loving couple on earth, or they can be snap killer couples. And by the way, when I get done with this review, I got a lot of snap killer couples episodes saved, and baby, I am binge watching. We're gonna have a snap killer couples night. Becca, I believe that Jessica's sister is watching this show with a drink in her hand and crying. I think she loves her sister. I think she just has to, for her own sanity, she just cannot be around her because Jessica seems to be the kind of person who continues to make avoidable mistakes. Like she just keeps on running into that wall. And I think her sister is tired of picking her up, tired of, warning her. At some point, you just got to live your life because I don't think she was able to live her life. Look at her parents. They don't seem like they've been able to get old because of Jessica or age gracefully. She seems like she's alive. He does, Avita. He always puts his family down. And I'm just like, I was listening to him talk about he gave him that money. Oh man, ain't nobody ever in my life gave me this money. Nobody in my family. And I'm like, I know his family members watching that like he's a damn lie. He is a damn lie. We gave Maurice this for his birthday, or when he graduated, you know what I mean? I think he knows what to say. And I think I'm also thinking that because, especially out here in Hollywood, there's always some working class person scamming wealthy people with the "I'm so poor, I have nothing" kind of talk. Like there's always a Kato Kalin wandering around these Hollywood streets looking for a wealthy couple to scam. They want and you don't really feel bad because the wealthy couple is just throwing money at this person to feel good about themselves, to be like, look, I helped this poor bloke why did I say bloke? What am I watching? Oh, I was watching Blythe Manor, right? The Haunting of Hill House, Blythe Manor. I'm like, what? Why is bloke in my vocabulary? But anyway, they're just like, oh my goodness, look, I pulled them off the street. I gave them money. I helped them out. You know what I mean? So it's self-serving for them, and it's also self-serving for the scammer. There are so many Kato Kalins living in some wealthy person's, pool house. Baby, they know exactly what to say, and they know exactly how to pull at a wealthy person who was looking for, a charity case to take care of. They know what to say, they know what to do, and Maurice is giving me that. El Boogie, I'm the same way. I told you, if I ever come into money, I'm right there with you. I'm not telling nobody. I'm gonna be like that lady in Jamaica who won the jackpot. I think she won like $3 million. Jamaica had like a lottery jackpot and she won it. She showed up to sign her check in an emoji face mask. I did. I would do it too because I think if when you show your face, you get the full amount. But if you don't, you get the amount. Not only do you get what's left after taxes, they also take some money off the top for you not revealing who you are. I don't care. Like what? If I won $3 million and now I'm only going to leave with 2 million because I didn't want to show my face. Okay, it's still $2 million. Nobody will know. Mm-mm. I'm not getting flashy overnight. Nope. Nope. Stella said it exactly. If Maurice was that well behaved, come on, Stella, then he would have never been in prison in the first place. He's still fine though. Stella, he is a cutie. I was looking at him and that height, but then we get to this circle in the top that's curved, this design, carved in his head. I'm like, again, what in the 1997 is going on here? I don't get it. Gently, Haunting on Blythe Manor. I finished it in a day. It's that good. I will say this: if you are not emotionally in a place to cry for an hour, I wouldn't watch it. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't expecting. It's the spooky season, right? So I wanted to watch a little something to scare me a bit. I wasn't scared. I was. It was like more of a thriller. I was shocked. Like, oh my gosh, what? They did that? Oh, I knew it. It was more like that. And then when you get to the end, bawling. I just cried and cried, like guttural cry. Like I was at a Black Baptist funeral. I was like, girl, unless you're ready for it, don't do it. You will be emotional after you watch that show. Really good. Really, really good. They do very well with that show. LB said, I think how you can claim the money depends on which one you win and the state you're in. Oh, okay. I'm trying to keep up, guys. These comments. Janice, I think Maurice asked for that hairstyle because Janice said, "Oh my goodness, his hair. He couldn't find a good barber in Vegas, even if he had a good barber. I think that's what he would ask for. He's stuck in 1997. How old was he in the 90s? Is he Ty Rice's son? You know what I mean? Like, what's going on with Maurice? So what? I don't know who called the show, but I would take a wild guess and I would say it was Maurice. I don't know if it was Jessica or Maurice, but I'm just thinking that this is all Maurice's idea. Because he's always on. Maurice is always on. Something is up. I think, like I said again, Marianne, I think Maurice knows what to say. And I think he got somebody that is very easy to manipulate. Jessica, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I don't know if she's very sheltered. I don't know if there's development issues. I don't know if there's drug issues, but something is up. That's all I will say. Yeah, he's cute. Either way, he's a cute guy and he knows it. He knows he's cute. Oh, Daya Hancock, or Dia Hancock, we already talked about Ty Rice's blue zoot suit. He was giving me Dick Tracy. Definitely Dick Tracy. Hey, Chris. Hey, Chris S. Welcome. Yeah, that whole act. I ain't never had nothing in my life. Ain't nobody gave me all this money before. I'm like, you was robbing and dealing drugs and you ain't never hold $1,000 in your hand. You's a liar. You're a liar. You've had more money than this in your hand with blood on it. Like, let's not play these games, Maurice. We know who you are. Jessica and her family don't, but we know. Judd Lay. Oh, Judd Lay. Okay, Judd Lay. Judd Lay. Hey, Judd Lay. Can you? Yes. BB, listen, something's going on. Why is he so dated in his dressing? It's very weird, the style choices that he makes. Yep. And then what? Black Air Forces. We know who Maurice is. You don't get that many mug shots from home invasion and you don't got no blood on your hands. Hey, Otasha. What's up? My Philly girl is in the house. Thank you. Yes, L Boogie. I ain't never seen this much money before in my life. When I ain't never had a father. Nobody in my family ever gave me this much money. Okay. Okay, I hope I'm wrong. That's all I'm gonna say. But right now, I'm not believing this act. Yes, definitely giving me scammer Bonnie. Yes, there's a Vita with the money. Jalay. Oh wait, you trying to get me to say it with an accent? Jalay, 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 Batizo. Nope. Mm-mm. Jalay. Is it like Julie? Gillette, you know what? No, girl, you're not gonna get me to mess up this name. I'm trying. Yep, not my aunties or my uncle or my whole family. Ain't nobody really, really. I want to hear from Maurice's family. That's who I want to hear from because I know they like he is lying. Oh yes, guys, make sure you oh god, it's 372 people in this room and I am up here cutting up. It is what it is. Yes, make sure you give your girl some likes. Remember, Nina, do you remember that scene where they were talking about the jumping roaches and Jessica was telling her mom, they were attacking me as we were walking out of the door. Why would you tell your mother that? You're already bringing home a felon. You're already bringing home a felon who has been locked up because he has robbed homes like the ones that your parents are in. And then you're telling them about how you were staying somewhere that you didn't feel comfortable. And when you were leaving out, the roaches were attacking you. No, nobody in this relationship has sense. Not a one. Hopefully the baby got some wisdom and she can raise her parents. Poor thing. I don't want to put that on no child, but somebody got to have some sense. How y'all going to survive? Whew, Lord. Bonnie. Bonnie said, do you think that he's going to buy a ring with that money? He was talking about flipping the money. Bonnie, I don't think he will. I think he will get the ring. I think he will get the ring. I think Maurice knows that he this is a good I don't want to say it. This is a good con. This is a good con for him. I think he's going to do I think he's going to put in work. I think he's going to put in time. I really, really do. I don't know how much time, but I think he's going to put in time. I think he's going to do right. I think he's going to get the ring. I think, you know, I think for a season or two, he's going to play this thing out. And then we're going to see who he really is. Graciela, Marcos, if you don't sit down and let your mother have some fun, Sit on down, baby. Let mama, chit chat. Let mama have some girl time. So what? I don't think we'll ever get Jessica's sister on the line. I don't think this show has enough money to pay that woman to come on the show. I think, like I said before, I think that Jessica is a lot, and I think that sister is taking a breather. She is taking a much needed breather from Jessica. So, yeah, I don't think we're going to see her for a while. For however long they're on this season, I don't know. I don't know if we'll ever see this sister unless that show pays her enough money. But I don't know. Zabita, I don't think he's going to gamble the money. I think he's going to get the ring. I think he's going to. I think he's going to go through with the wedding. I think he's going to put in some work. Think he's going to put in some time. I do think that the money that he spends on the ring won't be the actual accurate amount. I think he's going to get a ring. I think he's going to say it costs this much, but I think the rest of that money going to go somewhere else because that's who he is. That's who he is. I hope he's not that person anymore. But right now, I'm just like, Maurice, this is not you. I don't think we've met Maurice. He's a slick talker. Like, I'm telling you, them thieves, girl, you will look up your whole house is gone and you won't even know how it happened. It's like, what happened? He seems so nice. What is it? It's not called The Vow. What is it called? Dirty John or something like that. It's a whole show about how men scam dozens of women. Sometimes it's one dude scamming like 30 women. He knows what to say. Not too long ago, I think was he from Jersey? There was a dude from Jersey who was scamming women. This is not funny, but he was scamming women for meals. Like he would go out on dates with them, order everything, then excuse himself and say that he has to go to the restroom and never show up. He would lick his plate clean and then he would ditch the women. And it happened to so many women that they just all started coming out, and saying like, don't go out with this guy because he will make you feel like you're the only woman in the world. He will butter you up. He will love on you until it's time to pay for that dinner. You will never see him again. He was literally scamming for steak dinners. Oh, absolutely. So what? He's going to say that ring is $1,000 and go, to Jared's and get something for 40. Jessica better scrape that ring on some glass before she accepts it. Oh, Whitney, I think he's playing the long game. I think from the minute that man opened that drawer full of cash, Maurice was like, yeah, this is going to be very profitable. Yes, Bonnie, the dad did tell Maurice that the money that he gave him is a loan. But do you remember what Maurice said? I'm gonna pay this back. I'm gonna pay you back before I'm gonna pay you back before the day that I die. And the dad was like, "Oh no, can you do it before I die?" Listen, Dirty John, yes. Dirty John was on Deuces and Marrow. Speaking of scammers, the Wolf of Wall Street. You know what I mean? Like these dudes know how to. He knew what to say. They know what to say. Like he knows that Jessica's father wants her to be with somebody who will take care of her and take her off his hands, right? So Maurice is saying that he loves her this much, he cares about her this much, he will do all these things for her, like telling the dad everything that he wants to hear. He knows what he's doing. He's probably telling her mother the same thing in a different tone, you know what I mean, using different words. He's very smart. The only person he won't be able to do that with is the sister because she knows exactly who he is. And it's so unfortunate because I don't think we'll ever see that interaction. Bonnie, I don't know. I don't know if he will cheat on Jessica. Only fame from this show will tell. That, I mean, This show is very popular. So there will definitely be some fan who will say that he DM'd me or I slept with him. You know what I mean? Like, Jessica need to look for that. That might be coming. That might be coming. Yep, that's what he said. Before the day I die. That man is what? That her father got to be in his 60s. So he gonna get the money before you die? Okay. Oh yeah, I love how Maurice said, "Keep this between me and you." You think that man not gonna tell his wife, child, and you think his wife not gonna tell Jessica's sister? Girl, please. Because it like the I'm trying to say what Marianne said. Marianne said, "Yeah, we really do need to get that sister on the show." And I was trying to see, I was trying to say yes, because I think if that sister comes on the show, I think that will force the real Maurice to show up, because she won't be convinced and she will not be swayed by anything that he says. So I think then he'll realize that he can't get over on her. So he just got to be who he really is. She will force the real Maurice out. She will aggravate that imposter, not that imposter, the representative so much that the real Maurice would have to show up. That's what I think. I hope I'm wrong, Reese. I hope I'm wrong. I think he did. I think this whole thing with Jessica, I think it was, I think it was a temporary situation. And then he saw the father. He saw, she comes from a little something. Because to be honest with you, looking at Jessica, you wouldn't think, you know what I mean, that her parents are actually her parents. You know what I mean? And so I think he saw that and he has this opportunity of a TV show. I think he's going to play the long game. I think this was supposed to be a quick buck for him, but then he saw more money, and I think that he's going to play the long game. Tell the truth, yes, Bonnie. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Yeah, Maurice is stuck in the 90s. Yes, a pimp named Slickback. Y'all listen to a pimp named Slickback and like this review. What did I We spent so much time on Maurice. Who didn't we talk about? What do you guys think about Destiny and Sean? Because I think, yeah, we talked about, yeah, we spent a lot of time on Jessica Maurice. Any thoughts on Destiny and Sean? Oh, in his 70s? Black Lavender, is he in his 70s or is he in his 50s and just stressed out by Jessica? Jale, Jale, I think Jale said, "How do you get pregnant by a man with no money?" I think Jessica saw that this was an attractive guy who um who made her feel good, and she went with it. I don't think she cared. I mean, if you're talking to a man incarcerated, you know he don't have nothing. You know what I mean? Because only, to be quite honest with you, only people who have no money get incarcerated, unless you're Bill Cosby. But his money is running out. His money is running out. But yeah, you know what I mean? So you know that a lot of people in that situation, especially if they're in there for a very long time, you know they don't have the money to get out. So you know what the situation is before you approach. Stevie, I don't know how to pronounce the last part. Stevie Truce? Stevie Truez? Stevie said, Destiny is a mess and Sean is a fool. Oh, y'all don't like Destiny. So what? Says she is annoying. The dude, I'm like, where is she from? Is she cosplaying like she's from East LA? Like, girl. Yeah, that's right. Ryan Round, you're right. Jessica did say that she just thinks that Maurice married her so he can have sex with her. And I agree. Yeah. So what said Sarah walks so Jessica can run? Oh Lord. Wait. Oh, that's what you're saying is going to happen, Bonnie. I thought you said that Destiny had 5 children. I was like, what? Graciela, you still ain't finished this this episode. Not a lot really happened though. It was a lot of commercials this episode. Because I watched it on DVR and I was just like, oh, this is it? Okay. Oh, thank you, Jale. Jale. Look at me. I keep on trying to put a little accent on. Forgive me. As soon as you said it was French, here I go with the accent. Yeah, I think this is the long haul for Maurice, guys. I think he's my fan. He's putting in work. He's putting in work. No, Bonnie. No. Guys, does Destiny have 5 children? Um, Jale, I have not seen the new trailer. You know what? And I was going like, okay, so Jelly just said, can we talk about the new trailer of Life After Lockup? Michael said he wants to marry Sarah. Girl, what? This deserves some research. Wait a minute. Love. Life After Lockup. Oh, you know what? Let me do it on my phone so that I don't have to get out of the screen. Hold on. Hold on. Michael said he wanted to marry Sarah? I don't know what I did, Bonnie. I'm sorry. Well, I did not see that trailer. I'm about to watch it right now. They found love after lockup. Now they're committed for life. Wait, man. Seriously? I now pronounce you husband and wife. Destiny and Sean is on the new season. Why? Between the two of us. He Facebooked my ex-boyfriend. You gotta keep it a secret. So don't tell your mom. He's hiding stuff from me. So have you read the Book of Mormon? Not a whole lot. You're not gonna embarrass me. Sarah will leave anybody she's dealing with if I force the issue. I want to marry you. I do love you. That's my car. Do you know anything about girls at all? No. Here's your punk ass ring. Ever since this giant guy's got a picture, our life has been great. Wish that freaking guy would show up around here. John is back! John is back! We're going to Alaska. Yay! Mom, why? They lit a cigarette and boom. You can start claiming on the ship. Amber's back! Whoa, what? Wait! Take that bag, keep going. Get this out of here. I don't got time for your old ass. Out of here. That's my mom. Don't miss all new episodes of Life After Lockup, starting Friday, November 20th at 9 on WeTV. WeTV! Bravissimo! You got me for another season! You got me. Amber is back with the weird guy that proposed to his where did he propose to his girlfriend at? He proposed to that girlfriend. It's not, it wasn't Houlihan's. Was it? Where did he propose to that woman at? Who knows? Amber, Puppy, and Vincent. Oh, y'all putting in work this season with TV. Y'all putting in work. John, why you keep on going after this woman? Let her go. Why are you still fighting after Lacey? Or chasing after her? Why? I'm sorry. I'm still stuck on Amber, Puppy, and Vincent. What, girl? What? Girl, Brittany, leave your mama alone. Stop putting her on this show. She's still on drugs. She burnt down the house. I just lit a cigarette. Ma'am, you were in there doing something else. Were you cooking meth? I was cooking crack. What was you doing? Oh gosh, Brittany, don't make this season about that family. I told you to cut them. You're gonna go up to Alaska to be with them. Whoo, child. Some people don't learn, but hold on. We got a super chat from Stella. Stella said the excitement you had when you saw your man John. What's coming back? He looked good. He looked good. Thank you for the super chat. Oh, he's back. Ah! What a voice will do. Speaking of a voice, y'all. So I had a layover. Because you guys know that I was in Atlanta and I had a layover from Atlanta in North Carolina. And I've always wanted to try Bojangles because everybody that I met from the South was like, you got to try Bojangles. You got to try Bojangles. So there was a Bojangles in the airport, right? And I went, I made my order. And this guy, the cashier, look at me. Look at me. The cashier, his voice. It did something to me. It was like deep. It was very southern and pleasant. Hey, ma'am, how can I help you? It was just so like, I was like, I would like a number 3, the wingmill with dirty rice. It's like, all right, man, that's really good. Here you go. Here's a nice little drink for you. Have a good day, ma'am. I was like, thank you. It was a little deeper though, but I was still like, why is it a voice? Oh my gosh, is my reproductive system going to have me with some messed up man who got a nice voice? Because that is something I like. I like a nice voice. I remember back in the day. Oh, hold on. We got another super chat from Nelly Tom. We TV is trying to take TLC's crown, and I am here for what it. Me too, Nelly. We TV is doing the damn thing. They got a little gold mine with this Love After Lockup mess, and they gonna keep it up. They gonna keep it up. But years ago, like back in my like deep church days when I was evangelical, I'm delivered. Anyway, there was this guy at my church. We never like actually talked before. And I was like, this is my husband. This is the man that the Lord has for me. We're gonna be together forever. And I just knew that he was the one. We were at like an engagement party of one of our friends, and I was just like, this is my time to talk to him. Our eyes connected, and I was like, I am finally going to talk to my future husband. So my girlfriend was just like, I don't think you're going to like him. And I was like, what are you talking about? She's just like, Nikki, I just think that he's not what you're looking for. I thought she was a hater. She was actually right, because he walks over and he asked me if I want something to drink, right? And as soon as he asked me, my eyes lit up, and my girlfriend was nudging me. She was just like, your face, Nikki, fix your face, fix your face, fix your face. And I couldn't fix my face because this man that I thought was my husband, he sounded like Big Bird. His voice, he was so fine. And he had this like Big Bird Muppet voice. He was like, hey, do you want something to drink? And I was like, and my friend was like, Nikki, your face. And I was like, did you know he talked like that? She was like, yes, that's why I told you I do not think that this is going to be the dude for you. I couldn't believe he sounded like that. And I felt really bad afterwards because he saw my face and he just walked away. He didn't talk. He like never talked to me after that because he knew that after I heard that voice, I was checked out. I've never heard somebody who sounded like that before, but that voice, hey, can I get you something to drink? I was like, we were like, what, 29? Have you not gone through puberty? Something was up. Something was up, but that's when I knew that a voice can change everything. Y'all, I thought this man was my husband. I was like, and he was the one. I already knew what our kids look like. Like, this was the one. And I heard that voice and I'm like, wow, I planned my whole life around this man. And then I heard his voice and I was out. A voice can make or break a man. A woman can sound like Kristiana and still be able to get a man. Still, but a man, you can't sound like Big Bird and think you're gonna get any woman. Any woman. Voices are important. It was, guys. I'm telling you. And I'm not like exaggerating. Hey, can I get you a drink? That was the voice. That was the voice. Immediately, everything, my hopes, my dreams, my reproductive system, everything shut down. I just could not. I couldn't even fake it. I was out. I checked out that moment. Sorry, kiwi fruit. Sorry to that man. And he was a nice guy. He probably is a great husband to a wonderful woman who got knocked up by Big Bird. He should do voiceovers. You know what I mean? That voice. Ciao. Yes. Bonnie said, alpha male voice, please. Yes. He was like 29 or even 30. I think he was older than me. I don't know what happened to the balls. I don't know if they never dropped. Something was up. And my friend was like, I told you. I was like, well, why didn't you tell me that he sounded like Big Bird? I probably would not have been planning my life with him. Oh my gosh. Yes. Whitney said that's like Shonda with Ty Rice's suit. Same thing. All the way down, Bonnie. All the way down. Stella said he should have knocked up Kristiana for some balance. Oh gosh. In love with him in my mind. And when we locked eyes at that party, guys, I still see that moment. Because he was across, like my friend had a pool, and he was across from the pool, and he was talking to somebody, and he looked up, and he saw like me and my friend talking about him. And he just looked up, and then he just started making his way to me. And I was like, this is the moment. This is happening. And the whole time, my friend, who I think is a hater, in my ear, she's just like, Nikki, I don't think this is not the guy for you. I don't think you're going to like him. I don't think you're going to like him. Why the hell did she tell me that he sounded like Big Bird? Like, all she said was she didn't think that I was going to like him. I actually thought that she was being racist because the guy was, oh, you know what? No, I'm not going to say what he was because I feel like somebody on here going to know. The guy, obviously I'm changing his race. He was Czechoslovakian. He was from Moldova. I was about to give out his culture, and I was like, wait a minute. I don't know who watching this. The most random people from my life be like, oh, I saw you live. And I'm like, why are you watching my live? You're 85. Like, you know what I mean? Like, my aunts be all over this live. All over. My aunt was like, oh, I was going to share it with the kids. My grandkids were over, and we were all going to watch your live together. But then you said something about your coochie. And I thought that maybe the kids shouldn't be watching. I was like, and you were right. You were right. Why are you watching this? But anyway, hey, aunties. I know you're watching. Elmo. It was definitely, Big Bird with a dash of Elmo. It was so high. That voice. And my poor friend. It's like, you racist. She wasn't. She was a good friend looking out for me. So that's what it is about John. He's okay looking, right? But that voice makes him hot. Can you imagine that voice calling you while you at work? Telling you that he about to pick you up. You're like, oh my God, my man is on his way. Child. Mary, it was definitely a waiting to exhale moment. I know. I can't believe it. That one interaction, and I just me done. Model Genius, he'll pick you up in your car, and he's late. But you don't care because he be like, baby, I'm sorry. And you like, Okay, don't do it again. Even though he will. We all know he will. But that voice. That voice. Basora. I love y'all. I can't, but why didn't y'all tell me he was back on his season? John, stay out of prison. There has not been a season you've been on the show where you have not started off, or ended in prison. Melissa B, I don't know. I don't know if that's true. Melissa B said, I thought Vince beat up his new girlfriend. I heard that too, but he's on this show. I hope WeTV wouldn't put him on this show if he beat her up. And I hope that he doesn't beat her up on this show. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know. Crazy deals and steals. The cashier, like, have a good day, ma'am. And I was like, yes, I will. Yes, I will. You know, it wasn't weird, but I was like, oh, that voice must get all the women because a very pregnant coworker was flirting with him. And it didn't seem like he was the father. She was like flirting with him over the wings. And she was like, the wings are ready. Did you hear me? The wings are ready. And he like wasn't reacting to her. So he wasn't reacting to her in a way that made me think that they were together. You know, but she was flirting with him. And I was just like, is that his baby? I don't know. It was a lot going on at that Bojangles. Who left? Who was Maria? Leah Maple said, yep, he left Maria. He said she was trying to keep him away from his kids. Leah, who are we talking about? Oh my gosh. I still cannot believe that Vince was trying to adopt Amber and Puppy. Very weird. Very weird. That's exactly what I think is happening, Black Lavender. Black Lavender said Brittany's mama is cooking up crack and burning houses and cabins down. That's exactly what's happening. Brittany, get your mom off the show. I don't care how much the producers want her on that show. She turned that cabin in Alaska into a meth lab, and it caught on fire. No, L Boogie, he wasn't. He ended up being a church hoe. He was, he had a lot of girls in that church. I didn't know that, but I found out after I heard his voice that, he got around. He got around. BBT, in my opinion, it's not better than Popeyes, but it was good, for a night, for a layover. You got to get a nice meal. Get some Bojangles. Their fries are stellar. Big Bird. Oh, I think he has to be with somebody at this point. He has to be. I sure did. It's came in my mind. We were broken up in that moment. I just can't. But isn't it so weird how our bodies work and how our minds and all of that? Because I was in love with him until I heard his voice, and I couldn't, like, everything. Everything stopped. Everything stopped in that one moment. Ain't that something? I couldn't even get it back because he was still fine, but that voice. I don't think he had any voice box issues. That was just his voice. You guys keep on bringing up Maurice and that waitress. Ciao. Jutley, yes, they are. Julie, yes, they are. Yep, she was still tweaking, Leah. Leah said Brittany's mom is still tweaking. Get your mom off that show, Brittany. Listen, at some point, we are riding for you, but at some point, it's going to start looking like you're exploiting your mother's addiction for a check. That's what it's going to look like, because I just don't know a grown child who would want their parent to be filmed like that. I just don't know. I just don't know. So I don't know. So it's like at some point, girl, you gotta I mean, like after this season, you need to let your mom know, look, we got a good thing going here. You have to get some help. And if you don't get the help you need, you cannot come back on the show. I refuse to film with you, something. You have to get her an ultimatum. But if you're going to continue to put this sick woman on TV for a storyline, you're going to start looking like the bad guy. Right now, you're the saint. But we're going to have to work on this behavior, because it's starting to look like exploitation of somebody who is sick. Yeah, I understand Chandra now. Yeah, I don't know why I'm like that, L Boogie. L Boogie said, in my youth, I had intense crushes that ended after seeing them do or say something stupid. Instant dry draws. Listen, remember I told you about that guy that I was dating, and I really, really liked him, and it was going well. And then out of nowhere, guys. Like, I was even thinking back to our conversations. I was thinking back to his social media. Nothing, nothing would have led me to this moment with him. And out of nowhere, we're just having dinner, and this Mexican dude walks in, nicely dressed, and he just said, "Oh, I have that shirt." And I looked and I said, "Oh, really?" And he's just like, "I'm never going to wear it again. I hate when Mexicans wear stuff that I have." What? He was just like, "Oh yeah, I don't like if I have something, if I'm wearing something, that I think is nice, and a Mexican person wears it, I throw it away or I return it or something." Or yeah, he said, "I throw it away or I return it because I don't like to see Mexicans in the same thing that I'm wearing." Everything shut down. Like my body, nothing, like mind, body, everything shut down. That one comment, "I don't like to see Mexicans wearing stuff that I can afford." Who are you? He was never like that. Has Mexican, like really good Mexican friends. They're all over his social media, even to this day. I'm like, would they still be your friend if they knew what you thought? I would have never, like, if he never, like, I even think about that. If he never said that, will we still be together? And I'd be with this dude that has this, shut down, shut down. But I just can't. Like, I don't know how other women are able to do it with men who are like that, who are just like, "Oh, well, that's just how he thinks about that." I don't know how y'all can excuse certain things. I can't do it. And I'm not saying that because I'm like, "Oh my goodness, I'm so great and amazing. Look at me." Like, physically, mentally, I just shut down from it. I can't like fake excitement anymore. Can't get aroused, like nothing. Like, I was just done. Wait, hold on. Did I get a super chat? Marianne, thank you so much for the super chat. Hold on. Thank you. Marianne said, "What about blue suits, blue alligator shoes?" He can get any woman he wants. So he thinks. So he thinks. Why is he dressing like that? You're 49, dude. Not a 74. Like he dresses like a 74-year-old pimp from Detroit. Like, what are you doing? Something is up with Tyrese. He's lying about something. But yeah, I just shut down. I can't, like, you say so, I don't know. I don't know. Like, instantly, I'm checked out. Leah, I'm sorry. Leah said, "You're making me think about my past hell dates." So sorry. Oh, thank you, Graciela. Listen, my body did it for me. I was sitting there at that dinner like, how the hell am I going to get out of this date? Because he drove me there. I'm like, oh gosh. And like when a man takes me out, because I don't know about anybody else. I'm not a Dutch girl. The only way I'm paying for anything is if I want to. You know what I mean? If I say, "Oh, honey, let's go out, my treat," but I was just raised differently. If you approach me, you ask me out. I didn't ask you out. I didn't pursue you. You pursued me. So you pay. That's just me. You can have a different idea about it, but I'm like, if you want to go Dutch, you need to date a Dutch chick, not me. So that's just how I think about it, right? So normally when we go out, because he picked great restaurants. I'm doing a full course. I'm getting appetizers, not the bread, baby. I'm eating up all the bread. I'm asking for a second serving. I'm getting appetizers, entrees, dessert, trying out different drinks. Like, oh my goodness, can I try this faux pina colada? Like trying all kinds of new stuff because you paying. So why not? Why not? Especially if you flashy, let's do it. And I think we had, damn it, I think we had just ordered appetizers, and the waitress was coming back for the entrees, and this dude sitting there sucking on a chicken wing and worried about a Mexican man wearing the same shirt he got. So I didn't even shut down, lost my appetite, and get my entree. I had already looked at the menu before we got there, so I knew what I was going to get. I didn't eat none of that. I ended up going home and then leaving out and going to Rouse. And I think I got some tapito noodles. It's like this. Y'all know what that hot sauce is. Tapito. They have like these noodles. I ended up, getting that and watching Hulu. I was so depressed. Again, another man that I hitched my life to, and look what happens. If it's not a big bird voice, it's an undercover racist. Why me? It's always me. It's always me. Stella said when Chandra started watering them flowers like a born again virgin, they had me howling. Why was that their choice for her? Why? Like, does she garden all the time? It didn't look like it. It just looked like she was digging up dirt. I'm like, are you digging a gerbil grave? Because you're not putting anything in there. You're just digging up dirt. Like nothing is happening. Why do they choose that for her? I think they were just trying to choose something that would make her look very different from who we met. But it was just really odd. She's just pushing down dirt. She's a new woman now. What? Yes, Whitney said you went from what to death. Yeah, sure did. He's definitely not 49, Stevie. Definitely not. Yeah, Stella. Stella said, I almost believed Chandra's new Martha Stewart transformation until I saw the smile she had when the producers asked her if she was still talking with those other men. She did give a little grin, but she had to catch herself. So I don't know if she's reformed. I don't know. She still could be scamming. Who knows? But we do know that she's not scamming Tyrese. Not in that suit. When she flat out said it, I hollered. She was just like, when I saw Tyrese in that suit, and I told y'all when she looked at him, she was like, "Oh hey," and that was her moment right there, where she was just like, "I got to get out of this. Ain't no way I'm sharing a picture of me and him on social media so I could get dragged by my friends because my man wears zoot suits to Walgreens. Baby, no, baby, no. Thank you, Bonnie." Yes, Graciela. Oh, thank you, Melissa. Yeah, that's just how I was raised, Bonnie. Like you asked me out. Okay. If I'm paying for something, it's a treat. Like, mm-mm. Oh, thank you, Graciela. They sure do. Wait, hold on. Something. Oh, thank you, Marianne. Yeah, I've lived the life, guys. One day I'll tell y'all about all of my terrible dates. Oh my goodness. Did I tell y'all about my date? I was on this date. No, I didn't go on a date. I was going to go out with this guy. I'm gonna just make it real quick. It's a long story time. But I did all this stuff to prepare for this date because he was so cute. I was very young. And I'm only saying that because the next comment that's coming, I was really excited about going out with him because he was brown skin with like hazel eyes. And that was the thing back in the day. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I got a man with light eyes. I've grown, but I was a baby. And I thought he stood me up. I was crying, heartbroken. I was like, oh my goodness, Mr. Hazel Eyes stood me up. Can I tell you one of the things he said to me about his eyes? He was just like, I was a baby. He was just like, yeah, my eyes are hazel, but in the sun, they turn green. And I was on the phone like, so excited. Anyway, I thought he stood me up, but come to find out he didn't stand me up. He got arrested for dealing drugs. And he got arrested with his girlfriend that he was living with. Child, I have some stories to tell. Oh gosh. I was like instantly my tears dried up. I was like, oh, so you didn't stand me up, you just got arrested. Well, dodged the bullet. Oh, listen, lovely Quills, I get everything. Because even if the date doesn't work out, at least I got a 4-course meal. Baby, women who don't eat on dates, listen, not me. I'm eating everything, especially if it's a restaurant I ain't never been to. One guy was like, oh, you have a healthy appetite. And I think I said I had a tapeworm or something. It wasn't working out, so it doesn't matter. I didn't care what I was saying at that point, but I was tearing that food up. Thank you, Bonnie. So what? I don't think we're talking about Chandra. So what? Talking about Chandra. So what said, how did she turn her life around that quickly in 3 months? She had her own car and house. I think she was staying at someone's house. I think she probably paroled to like a grandparent. So because that home gave me grandmom. So I'm thinking she's living with her grandma and her grandparents. I don't know if Shonda has kids. She look like it though, don't she? She give me mom. Oh, that suit was it for Shonda. I will. I'll tell you guys about my terrible dates. Terrible. Whitney said, I think you get a superpower when you put on a Steve Harvey zoot suit. Ah, listen, does he have a different suit? Because it's always that blue zoot suit, nothing else. Maybe that's his lucky suit and his lucky blue gaiters. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to catch up to the comments. Hey, Coco Joe. Thank you. Oh, it happens all the time. Oh, thank you, Lovely Quills, for the super chat. Lovely Quills said, just sending some love. Thank you, Lovely Quills. Oh, thank you, Melissa B. A gullible girl. You remember, right? You remember. Especially if he was like dark with light eyes. Oh, my goodness. Everybody would just be like, oh, my gosh. What is this? Could be hideous. But you have dark skin with light eyes. People are like, oh, a model in the making. Ignorance. I was a baby. I was a baby. Yeah, I was never that girl that didn't eat on dates, especially if I knew the date wasn't going well. I ordered everything and then would get something for my sister. My sister would be like, "Can you get me the salmon? Can you get me the what is it called? The lemon piccata salmon?" I was like, "Girl, this not working out. What you want?" Dia said, "My son's father has light eyes. I got caught up in the shenanigans, girl. No judgment. We've all been there." The Barney suit. Bonnie, the trip was great. The trip was great. I'm actually missing it, but I'm glad that I'm back home. I think traveling really made me miss being home just because of all of the issues I had, like trying to do stuff. I'm just like, at home, this is so much easier. So I'm glad that I'm back. I really am glad that I'm back. I had a good time though. I'll be back. I'll be back. Definitely be back. I had a good time. So thank you for asking, Bonnie. Oh, El Boogie, yes. Light eyes, chocolate skin, low cut Caesar with the deep wave, and some nice eyebrows and lashes. We're done. Stick a fork in me. I'm done. Oh my gosh. My hair, guys. That Atlanta humidity. I will say it's one section of my hair that will hold a curl. Like in any, this right here, in any situation, in any like weather, this little curl right here will hold. It on this too. But everything else, nope. Nope. Look at this. Twisted. But these three curls, they said, we're going to work, Nikki. We're going to be obedient. Everything else, ragamuffins. Ragamuffins. I love my natural hair, though. It's a journey. It's a task, but I love it. You know what? I didn't go on dates in college. I was that, laser focused career girl. Annoying. I'm focusing on my career right now. I'm not dating. Girl, so many dates I should have went on. So that's well, it's another one that'll be a story time. But I had to make sure no family is on here. But like when I was in college, I went to our dorms. I went to school in New York. Our dorms were in Brooklyn Heights. And there was this like, what was he? He wasn't a count. I think he was a count. And he owned the building right down the street. Like this building was a whole block. He owned the building right down the street from where my dorms were. And I would walk by his building every day to catch the train to go to school. And he would sit out on his like he would do business in front of his like Bentley. And I knew it was his because he was like sitting on it. And every day he would try to like ask me out. But I was like 18. I was like, this is really, really weird. And I just knew he had money, right? But I didn't know that he was like a count. And the only reason why I knew that is because we were taking a tour. We were taking a tour from through my school, and they told us about the building, and they told us about this count, and I was like, oh my God, a count. And I'm thinking that a count looks very old. I'm not thinking that it's him. So while they're telling us about the building and the tour, they say that it's owned by this dude or whatever, and then they say that it's owned by him. And he comes over, he introduces himself to everybody, and then he gets to me. And he's like, so how about that date? My ghetto friends. They were like, Nikki, he's a count. But I'm a kid. I'm 18. And I'm like, this is just very weird. I think he was like in his 30s. It was still weird. Even though he was a count, that if he still hangs out at that building today, I might have to walk by there. And I don't know if I'm gonna be doing YouTube when I'm married to the count. But still, That could have been something. Every day I walked to school, to the subway, he would ask me out. And I'd be like, no, no. Let him ask me today. I'm like, oh, did you say marry you? I do. Like, girl, a whole count. He owned a freaking building in Brooklyn Heights. I was a baby. Anyway, we got a super chat from Natasha Robinson, the improv skills of Nikki. I'm never going to live that down. From apartment 423. Classic moments. Thank you, Natasha. I could have been married to a count. So many opportunities that I, missed as a kid. But baby, if I got them today, I didn't know. Don't judge me. He had I think he was British, Bonnie. I think he was. I know. Every day that man asked me, and he would just sit there. Like I would see him doing business, and he would stop, and he would, just walk over to me. And he would like, "How about that date? How about that date?" I'd be like, "No, sir, no." But today, I'll give him a baby in a week. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it. Yes, a gullible girl. So Yes, guys, give your girls a thumbs up. Yeah, he had. I don't want to say that I'll just say the accent was European because I can't really place it. I know Al Boogie, which is why I've been getting into the wigs because my hair just won't. It won't stay. Yes, a gullible girl. We've grown. Thank you, Bonnie. Apartment 423. And my sister was just like, Dante knew you were lying because that apartment does not exist. And remember, guys, if you were on the live with me, when I said apartment 423, he was like, okay. Because he knew I was lying. He knew that I was lying. Oh, gosh. Me either, Melissa. Have you been following me long enough? You know I can't do accents, and I try. I can do a nice East Coast and a Southern one. That's about it. When I start to, do overseas, thank you guys. Let me tell you something. If I meet that count again, I'm going to be in Brooklyn Heights going down every freaking block. Like, oh, you're so beautiful. Can we go on a date? I'm so focused on school. No, I have to get to class. I don't want to be late. When I was a child, I spake as a child. Lord. Now look at me. Working. Yes, Bonnie, I have one audition coming up. Yes, Graciela. I went to school in New York, and our dorms were in Brooklyn Heights. Which I love that. I would love to get a brownstone in Brooklyn Heights. A brownstone, like my dream is to either get a brownstone in Brooklyn Heights or a Skyview apartment in Manhattan. Preferably Nolita. Yeah, Nolita. Yeah. Booked and busy, Tammy. Booked and busy. Speaking of booked and busy, guys, I love y'all because we be on here talking. It's almost 3 hours. We've been on here chatting and having a good time. It's 349 of y'all still in the room. Thank you so much. Keep up the likes. I'm going to get off of here because I have to watch. What am I watching next? I'm definitely going to watch the marathon of Snap Killer Couples. But before that, I'm going to watch The Bachelorette. I haven't watched that yet. I'm going to watch that tonight because I'm doing that live tomorrow afternoon. So on Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern Lies, Pacific Standard Time, I'm going to do the Bachelorette episode, the Bachelorette live review for episode 2. Then on Sunday, I'm doing the Family Chantel. And then, yeah, Sunday, I'm doing the Family Chantel at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then on Monday, I'm doing Potomac 90 Day Fiance the other way. That live, Potomac's live will be at 3. I think 90 Day Fiance the other way will be at 6. And then on Tuesday, I'm doing one live, but for 2 episodes of The Real Housewives of Orange County. Because now that I'm back home, all of my shows that I have saved, I'm going to watch, because you guys know my sister, Miss Artsy, only had like internet TV, so I could not watch the episodes live. I could only watch them the next day. I hate watching shows like that. I hate watching shows on YouTube. I hate watching shows on the sites, because I just don't know if I'm getting the real thing. You know what I mean? So I like to DVR them, because I know I'm getting the full episode. Online, I just can't trust it. You know what I mean? And also, I don't like clicking on that stuff. I don't know, what's being put on my computer. So I prefer, the DVR. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to watch The Bachelorette, and we're going to see what's going on with Dale. Because guys, the way this season is going, Claire might only have about 4 episodes, and then we're getting Tay-Tay. So I don't know. Good night, Marianne. I love you too. Thank you so much, Bonnie. I'm so glad. Thank you for spending time with me. Thank you. I know it's like you guys are on different coasts, but thank you so much for all of you who are spending time, who take out, time out of your day to hang out with your girl. Black Lavender, Brownstone is like a row, it's like a historic row home. I don't know how to explain it. Who's a New Yorker? Explain it to Black Lavender. But if you've seen Crooklyn, it's that. If you've seen Sex in the City, it's, those brownstone homes. That's the best way I can describe it. Thank you, Melissa B. Thank you, Mr. Ella. Yeah, El Boogie, Bachelorette tomorrow at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Yes, that's tomorrow. So I'm going to watch that right now so I can take notes for it before I watch my marathon of Snapped Killer Couples. Special guest, Maurice and Jessica. I hope not. Good night, Bonnie. Bye, Graciela. Yes, invest in The Bachelorette. You know what? Watch it online. I know I just said I don't like it online, but you know what? The Bachelorette hasn't invested in me. So until they start investing in your girl, like they invested in other YouTubers, don't give them no smoke. Yes, El Boogie, I'm great. I'm glad that you're ready. Yes, Kima, you're absolutely right. Oh, thank you, Stella. Yes, go get your hair done, Tammy. Yes, I'm happy for you that you can go to a hair salon. I'm happy for all of you who can go to a hair salon, a nail salon. I'm happy for all of you guys. We can't do none of that. Look at my eyebrows, guys. I haven't done my eyebrows since March, and I don't know how to do them. But nothing is open here. Nothing. I mean, shout out to Gavin Newsom. Thank you for doing what you need to do to keep us safe. But I'm looking rough, bro. I'm looking rough. I'm messing up my freaking nails. I don't know how to do this stuff. Don't know how to do my nails. I don't know how to do my eyebrows. I'm stressed. Keep me in your prayers. Anyway, yeah, Tammy, I went on a little tangent because I'm jealous. Neutrogena, that Neutrogena stuff that I received to review. I'm gonna tell you guys about that too, because new stuff is coming up. I'm gonna put up more edited videos, like holiday stuff, because I think that's fun. Some fun holiday stuff, maybe a holiday haul. But who's shopping in a pandemic? Oh, online. Online we are. A townhouse. Yes, a gullible girl. A brick townhouse. That's what it is. Where's Contra Costa County? Oh God, be safe, Tammy. Anyway, I'm jealous of Tammy. uh, have fun at the hair salon, girl. Keep me in your prayers because I'm probably not going to be able to get to any place, any salon in Cali until 2022. So I don't know what my eyebrows are going to look like after that. But listen, it is what it is, and y'all love me just the way I am. So good night, my loves. Thank you so much for sticking with me. Make sure before you go out the room, you like, and I will see you guys tomorrow. If you watch The Bachelorette at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I don't know what time that is for you guys on the East. Is that 1 p.m.? No, not 1 p.m. It's probably 6 p.m. for you guys. So I'll see you then. And forever, if you're in Dublin, Canada, I don't know what that is. I hope you can join me. Yes, Kim, I'm going to have very strong eyebrows. I'm hoping that they're not becoming a unibrow. No shade to anybody who has a unibrow, but it's not going to work for me. It's not going to work for me. Good night, my loves. See you tomorrow. Bye. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Ba 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 boom. I hate to leave you.